And it worked. It wasn't long before England were dominating the international fixtures they played, and it was largely down to Corinthians. In fact, in 1894 and 1895, they played consecutive games where Corinthians provided the entire England 11. But the thing is, the players refused to play professional football. They didn't believe in it. They wanted to spread the values of sportsmanship, competition, and played for the love of the game. It also helped that most of the players were Oxbridge graduates who didn't need the money. But instead of entering the league and cup competitions, they played, and the locals in Sao Paulo were so impressed, they started their own team under the same name. Yes, the same Corinthians who won the FIFA Club World Cup in 2021, one of the biggest football teams in Brazil. Now, they were global superstars, and despite not being professional, Corinthians drew in the crowds. Everybody wanted to play them, everybody wanted to watch them. So much so, they regularly played the winners of the FA Cup in what eventually became the Community Shield, winning most of the time. They actually inflicted Manchester United's worst defeat, 11-3, a record which still stands to this day. Now, fast forward to today, Corinthian casuals still don't pay their staff or players. The ethos of sportsmanship is still at the heart of everything that they do. And even though they're a side in the lower leagues, if you make the trip to King George's Field in Tolworth just off the A3, you'll most likely bump into Brazilian Corinthians fans who often make the pilgrimage across the globe just to watch their founding team play.
Good morning, 4 minutes after 6 o'clock. How are we out there? Traffic again, Gab, getting in. Limehouse Link, shut again. Yeah, murder.
Joking.
Absolute joke. Had a good gig last night, enjoyed it. Nice people up in the Belfry. I can't believe how big the Belfry is.
They made it bigger.
Oh, it's fantastic, by the way. I mean, fantastic.
It's ready, isn't it, for a big golf?
Yeah, fantastic. Nice people as well. Yes. Very, very courteous. Great staff. I'm glad you knew what it was and not. It's right next to the Villa training ground.
I know it is.
I asked you yesterday.
Oh, you asked me
north or south Birmingham? I said, I don't know.
Is it south or north?
It's north, actually.
Is it? Oh, okay. I'm going to remember that, Al. But a bit of traffic on the way down, or?
Yeah. Traffic on the way in this morning as well, yeah.
It seems like but London, any time you can get traffic.
Chaos.
Absolute nightmare.
You talk to some of the cab drivers.
Oh, they're fed up.
They're giving up.
Yes, of course they have.
They're trying to work through the night, but even just coming east into London through the night. So
stand still.
Right, so I was driving. You were watching. Tell us, what did you make of last night?
So Liverpool were...
I would go on, Gab, but as you can see, I have no opener, no iPad, no nothing.
Oh, wow. No. Well, can't get the staff, can you?
No.
I think it's because it's so early, they forget things. Or...
I just think his mind's elsewhere.
Elsewhere,
I after a job in politics.
Yeah,
university.
Yeah, he does moan about a lot of stuff in the world and stuff at the moment. But Liverpool were absolutely electric going forward. Mo Salah, best game of the season I've seen. He was outstanding. Took his goal very well. 1-2 with Gravenberch and slotted it into the corner. Missed so many chances. Liverpool. Isak looked very. He looked like he'd been at Liverpool for.
And he started,
2-3
didn't
years.
he?
He started, played 57 minutes. Ekitike, come on, should have scored as well. Liverpool should have won the game probably 7-3 out. And eventually Van Dijk wins it at the end. Simeone turns around and tries to get to a Liverpool fan. And he has to be stopped by security because he was getting a bit from the Liverpool fans.
Well, he is a bit of a hothead, isn't he?
So he got sent off right near their final whistle. Chelsea were decent at times, but I feel they're playing in a proper competition now, Al. Not the Club World Cup that some teams didn't really take seriously. This is a proper competition.
Harry, a couple of goals again.
Yes.
We mentioned Harry yesterday in good form.
Yes, he scored a penalty in his second goals, mistake by Gusto. Then he slots it into the corner. But at times, the stuff that Bayern were playing, the chances that they missed, Chelsea got a good humbling last night in a proper competition.
Other results last night, PSG 4, Atalanta 0. So PSG, fantastic. Slavia Prague 2, Bodo Glimt 2, Olympiacos 0, Paphos 0. I couldn't believe it. That's a big result for Paphos. Bayern 3, Chelsea 1, and Ajax 0, Inter 2. Oh, we found it.
We found it, mate. Yeah, they got it out of the safe, the iPad. There you go, mate.
So, Chelsea left Munich empty-handed after Harry Kane double, and for the 5th time in a row, Liverpool left it late to win. Also, the 3rd time they've thrown away a 2-0 lead this season, but amazingly, they've gone on to win all of those games. He's the boss, Arne Slot. I think he's going to talk to Ali, isn't he?
This morning, yes.
We're going to hear it. Here's boss Arne Slot's reaction to another late show.
Maybe at this moment of time, the last part, although I think, again, it was a great game to watch, not only for us as Liverpool fans, but for all the fans all around the world that love to watch football. And I think that's also part of our jobs, that people like what they see. That's what we are every time trying, but a game like this should not have gone to a late game winner. Although, again, it's not easy to beat Atletico Madrid because of their mentality, but I can come up with numerous moments where we could have scored the 3rd one, which we didn't. And that is maybe a bit different to the Burnley game or the Arsenal game or the Newcastle game, where we didn't create so many as we did tonight.
We said that, Gab, didn't we? That a team playing Liverpool say, look, they're making it tough for themselves. If we get at them, get our noses in front, they might not get these late goals, but they've done it again. Yeah,
it's a mentality thing, isn't it? I think Van Dijk, for that corner, said to himself, listen, the way he attacked it, pushed the defender off him, we're not leaving here without 3 points. And it would have been a disaster for Liverpool, really. How on top they were, Alan, at times. Second half, Atletico Madrid were a lot better, keeping the ball, creating a few chances, but Salah hit the post. Ekitike should have scored. He missed a really good sitter as well. Isak had chances. I think every player in that Liverpool side could have scored last night.
What reaction did Isak get? Very good?
Yes, very good reaction. And he's just so elegant, isn't he, Al, the way he plays it? Some balls were played into him and he had to stretch for them, and he's getting shots off that you wouldn't expect.
Yeah.
Obviously, he's not got his match sharpness yet. That will come. But you can see if he starts on Saturday against Everton, you'll see better from every game he plays now.
Former Premier League striker Dean Ashton was at Anfield for talkSPORT last night, and after seeing Liverpool concede twice yet again, he explained why they're struggling defensively at the moment.
The two attacking wide players don't defend most of the time, and when they do, they're not very good at it. So ultimately, you've got the fullbacks on their own, and they're attacking fullbacks. They're not tucking nicely in towards Van Dijk and Konate. They're going out, or they're in an attacking position, and there's space behind them. Van Dijk and Konate don't want to have to come out. Either Gravenberch has to do more and be more responsible, maybe even more so in getting into that position to make a back three, because they don't want to go out, the centre backs. It's something they really need to work on, because we've seen it a lot already at the start of the season, and they've got themselves out of it. But eventually the best, and especially in this competition, the further you go, the best will absolutely punish you.
Yeah, absolutely, but they're not getting away with it, they're winning games. And yes, of course, Everton come to Anfield at the weekend, whereas City, they go to Arsenal, so
That's the
two
one.
cracking games.
Yeah, that's the one. I want to see where City are at and how Arsenal can cope with Haaland at the moment. His form is in.
What about Simeone then? He lost the plot a little bit, didn't he? Because he is a volatile character.
Yeah, I think he said in his press conference, didn't he, that he was getting things said to him, insults from the fans behind him. But
He must get that in Italy
Yeah,
and
but-
Spain, whatever he's been.
Al, imagine what managers get when they go to Atletico Madrid away. Do you know what I mean? The hostile atmosphere. That I've seen games where that fan base are absolutely on the players. Like, so get on with it, Simeone. And what are you actually going to do? You're not going to go and hit a fan, are you? So he was trying to run over as if he was going to do something. Lost his head because Van Dijk scored that winner and probably disappointed. And then he got sent off down the tunnel. So ridiculous.
No, he's got to calm down. But that's the type of character he is. Right, Liverpool fans, let's hear from you this morning. 5 late winners in a row. Yeah, that's 5. Is your luck going to run out, or is that sign of champions? Salah much better.
Yes.
Isak made his debut. Were you impressed or disappointed? You can't be disappointed, can you? 03 717 22 33 Let us know, okay? Coming up, we turn our attention to the back pages and ask the question: is Harry Kane still in his prime? That's coming next on talkSPORT.
at you, looking at me. If I'm out
Is this your oldest son's van?
Dizzy Rascal, mate.
Who?
In the dark.
With Calvin Harris? Nah, did I not read in the paper? Someone's ripped poor old Calvin off for about 16 million quid. Reports in the paper say. I didn't read it all. I just see the headline. I thought, ooh.
That's like a tenner to us.
I know he's got a few quid, but that's still a lot of dough in it. Jesus.
Wow.
This, of course, is a 2008 banger.
It's a banger, Al.
Dance for Me with the British rapper Dizzy Rascal. You met him, Gab?
No, but when I was a kid, Dizzy Rascal's the man.
Who was telling me? Was it Jamie last night was telling me when you were a young player, you were out everywhere?
Jamie can't
Everywhere. He said, everywhere I went, Gabby was there.
But the difference was, Al.
Can't see a woman around him.
But he's not wrong. But the difference was, Al, I was everywhere, and then I was at places where Jamie couldn't get in. Just couldn't get in, mate.
Really?
Yeah. Didn't have a PFA card. Didn't give him one. Couldn't get in. Poor lad.
Dizzy Rascal, happy birthday, 41 today. Did this slap in Beefer back in the day? What's Beefer?
Hi, Beefer. Come on now.
Oh, God.
Beefer. Beefs. Like Marbs, Marbella. Beefs, Beefer.
I've never heard it called Beefer before.
You never?
Nah.
Yeah. To be honest, though, I wasn't an Ibiza person, but this song was a banger everywhere. He's got that house he beat, hasn't it, with Calvin Harris on it?
Jim was asking, did you sell that 6-story house you built? I was getting it all last
Why is he giving you so much info?
Oh, I used to live near Gabby.
This guy.
His house, wow. It was like Southfork.
This guy. No comment.
Let's look at today's back pages with Tesco Mobile for Business.
The Back Page Review on talkSPORT with Tesco Mobile for Business. Got a side hustle as a Pilates instructor? Stretch your budget with business phone bills for up to 40% less than the big three networks. For verification, see tescomobile.com/business.
And before she was married, Katie liked a bit of beefer, didn't you, Katie?
I love a bit of beefer. Bangers, beefer, we've had it all over breakfast.
She still goes even though she's married, Al.
No,
Yeah, of course I do. You can go to beefer, married with your girl, girl mates, guy mates. have a
Or
good
go
time.
with your husband.
And go with my husband,
Exactly,
yeah.
Alan.
He's my best dance partner.
Yeah.
So
That's
we
her
love
best
you.
friend, Alan.
Should we get...
You meant to say yes, are you?
Yes, of course he
Okay,
is.
phew.
Absolutely. Right, should we talk about the papers, shall we? Lots of them dominated by Liverpool's win over Atletico Madrid last night, but also Harry Kane plastered across a number of the pages.
Another couple.
Yes.
Lovely.
Chelsea harried again. More Kane. Pain for Chelsea. That's on the back page of the Mirror. So I suppose the talking point here is regarding Harry Kane. 94 goals in 102 games for Bayern.
Brilliant.
How impressed were you with him last night, Gabby?
I felt like he took Chelsea on a ride, to be honest. At times, there was one instant where he received the ball and he turned Chalobah, and then I think Enzo come and retrieved the ball off him. But at times, his movement, he's coming off. But what I liked about him last night is that even though he comes short, at times he comes short and then he got in the box. There was one where he played into the player, done an overlap run, got a shot off. It was outstanding. The way he took his goal as well, the second goal.
I'd like to see Chalobah improve a bit, Gab, to be honest.
Chelsea
He's
defenders.
not having a go.
They're not good enough.
But I think he's got to improve, each season. I'm not sure he is.
But you look at Harry Kane's second goal after the penalty, that isn't an easy finish. People might look at it and say, easy. No. See, hard and low into the corner like that, that's what you back Harry Kane every day of the week.
And also, he's just been so good for Bayern, hasn't he? Michael Owen recently saying that he doesn't think that Harry Kane should have gone to Bayern Munich, but in terms of what he's delivered, you feel as though that's actually been a good move for him.
That's phenomenal. 94 in 102 games. It's phenomenal.
Yeah, 26 assists as well.
Yeah, I disagreed when I heard that from Michael Owen because Harry Kane has chosen to... He could have stayed. He could have stayed in the Premier League and said, I want to beat Alan Shearer's record. But he thought, no, I want to go to a club that are going to challenge every season in the Champions League. Or do you want a league title with Bayern Munich? And he just suits the way they play because he's got fast wingers. He's got Elise one side. He's got Diaz on the left. Gnabry in the number 10 position. So he's got runners. And
I like him, Gab, Elise.
Yeah, very good player. Mr. Sitter last night. But I thought Bayern Munich were excellent last night. And Harry Kane, for me, probably played the match.
If you were in his position back then before he signed for Bayern, would you have gone there? Because bearing in mind, Madrid wasn't a part of the plan because they were signing Kylian Mbappe and all of that. You had Barcelona, they had Lewandowski, Manchester United wasn't kind of happening. If you were him, would you have gone to Bayern at that time?
100%. I think we forget maybe because Bayern Munich haven't won the Champions League in recent years how big of a club they are. They're a massive football club, and I like the risk that he took, because we saw obviously Bellingham, Sancho go to Germany, but maybe 15, 20 years ago, players wouldn't have fancied the move to Germany. And he took the risk, took his whole family there, his young kids to Germany as well. And I think it's been an incredible start from him.
I think in his mind he'd be saying, well, I'm going to get loads of chances because they're the dominant club. They have been for decades, haven't they?
Especially ahead of the World Cup, you want your England captain and England striker, firing the goals in which he is for Bayern Munich. As for Chelsea, where did it go wrong for them then last night, defensively particularly?
Yeah, I think first half Chelsea played really well. At times they looked like the team that was playing at home. They were doing some nice passing work in the midfield, some chances as well. Second half, I felt Bayern Munich stepped it up the gear. Really did. Gnabry was getting on the ball a lot more. Chances galore. Elise should have scored a sitter. Harry Kane had chances. I just think, how can you spend £1.3 million on this squad of players and not have better centre-halves? Chalobah and Tosin, I like them. They're going to get you top 4. They're not going to get you a Champions League, and they're not going to get you a Premier League title.
But that defensive back line doesn't look settled, does it?
No. Well, Reece James plays centre midfield. Gusto didn't have the best of games either. But I just look at the two centre-halves, and they're decent, but they're not. You look at Arsenal, Saliba, you look at Van Dijk, you look at Konate, you look at Gabriel. Those defenders will win you a Premier League.
How do you see Man United Chelsea then at the weekend? Do you make Chelsea favourites, or can United bounce back?
Man United are the sort of team that when it's against them, they'll probably get a result against Chelsea. That's what they do, don't they? You'd expect Chelsea to go, they're going to beat them 3-4, and you'll see a Manchester United 1-0 win. So nothing puts
I'm not arguing. I was debating with a few United fans last night, and the big question was, where's Bruno's best position? I said, I don't know. I like to see him further forward, but
100%.
He seems to be drifting back all the time.
Because of the system, and surely the right manager would adapt and get the best out of Bruno and the rest of his players.
He's your best player.
Yeah,
he's turned down a move to Saudi for over £100 million, whatever it was. Play him in his best position, and work a team around him. Don't be stubborn with your formation,
especially with the Premier League evolving and adapting and all of that.
Exactly. But you know what I loved though, Katie, last night was how many times have we been upset with Harry Kane of like, you come too deep, you don't get in the box, you're not there. Last night it was the perfect performance. Come deep, but then got into the box at the right times.
Gets frustrated, Gab, doesn't he? When he can't get the ball, he does come deep.
Yeah.
Whereas Haaland just stays up there. He doesn't come deep.
Yeah, but Bayern Munich were very good last night.
And then there's this final story in the Times. Bruno Guimaraes ahead of their game against Barcelona tonight, saying we need to keep our stars in kind of response following Alexander Isak's move to Liverpool. He's saying that we don't want to lose our best players. If you want to be successful, we have to improve our squad, and we did this very well this summer, and we need to look forward to go again. Football is business. The club made a choice. He's gone, and I wish him all the best. I don't know what the club can do. You have financial fair play, and I don't know if this affects things a lot. Obviously, they're looking ahead to the game. I mean, how big of an impact is it going to be losing Alexander Isak, especially as we progress into the competition?
I mean, he's probably one of the best, himself and Haaland, best strikers in the world, with Harry Kane as well, of course. It's going to be a big miss, because you look at some of the goals that Isak scored. He scored them out of his own, making his own goals, and will Walter Voltermaid be able to do that? Looks like he can get on the end of crosses and he can finish, but he's definitely not going to be Isak to Newcastle.
Totally different players.
Yeah, totally
Isak's
different.
an athlete, he's a more Thierry Henry type. Whereas, the other fella, I think, holds it up well, good and crosses, good nail. I'm not saying Isak isn't, but I think he's got more movement in him, Isak.
Yeah. But I think tonight, Newcastle win against Barcelona, because the high line Barcelona play.
It's a hard game. Barcelona don't have Lamine Yamal either.
Yeah, and Barcelona play a high line, and they'll do it away from home. And if you time your runs, if you're Gordon, if you're Jacob Murphy, Barnes, obviously Wissa's not available, would have been good for him to be available. Time your runs, you'll get in behind so much against this Barcelona side. So I would, if I was a betting man, which I'm not, I'd bet on Newcastle to win tonight.
Yeah. Katie, I look forward both games tonight. Yes. Newcastle, Barca, City, Napoli's a crack. We'll talk more with that one. Thanks, Katie. That was a look at today's back pages with Tesco Mobile for Business. Coming up, Big Ange, disaster start at Forest. And the fans, come on, give them a break. Are the fans already starting to turn? We'll discuss that one next, coming up 6:26.
The Back Page Review on talkSPORT with Tesco Mobile for Business. Got a side hustle as a Pilates instructor? Stretch your budget with business phone bills for up to 40% less than the big three networks. For verification, see tescomobile.com/business.
Shin pads are a footballer's best friend. Even if players like Jack Grealish do wear such small ones you can barely even see them. But what's the story with shin pads, and are there actually any rules on how big they should be? It all started with cricket, actually. Cricketers had been wearing shin pads since the 1700s. It was thanks to this guy that shin protection made its way over to football. Meet Samuel Widdowson. He was a cricketer and a footballer. He played for Nottingham Forest back in the late 1800s, and he wanted a way to protect his legs from nasty tackles. Naturally, his mind drifted to his other favourite sport, where players had been wearing these pads for a century. Story goes, Widdowson cut up his cricket pads and popped them on before taking to the footy pitch. His Nottingham Forest team then began wearing them from 1887, and the first known use of them in a match was in 1894, in a match between Newcastle and the then Woolwich Arsenal. Eventually, FIFA clocked on that this kind of protection was pretty important for footballers. And so, in 1990, basically 100 years after Widdowson first put them on, shin pads were made compulsory. It became part of Law 4 of IFAB. That's the body responsible for setting the laws of the game internationally. But the law doesn't actually specify anything about measurements of shin pads. It just says they must be made of a suitable material and be of an appropriate size to provide reasonable protection. It's really vague, even though there have been calls for it to be changed. But for now, that's why Grealish and co can still get away with these ones, which are no bigger than a credit card and which seem to offer little to no protection whatsoever.
Okay, coming up, we'll talk to Dom King, the Daily Mail, Mimo Rossi, co-owner of Italian restaurant in Glasgow, Bella Vita. Scott Minto will be with us. We'll look at Chelsea's fragile defence. Charlie Adam coming up as well, former Liverpool. Stevie Archibald, not spoke to Stevie for a while, former Barca striker, Tottenham, Aberdeen. Gareth A. Davis, some big fights coming up. And Peter Reid ahead of the Merseyside derby. So, big show coming up for you. talkSPORT Breakfast with me, Alan Brazil and Gabby. Arnold Clark gets £750 off any used electric car or home charger. Oh no, Gabby's done it again. The callers are flooding in. 03717 223344 is the number. And Ryan, a Chelsea fan, is not happy with Gabby this morning. Well, what have you said? Ryan, very good morning.
Good morning, Ryan.
Good morning, boys. It's nothing personal, Gab.
But have
when
this.
When it comes to Chelsea, I do feel you have a bit of a bee in your bonnet about Chelsea, and I don't think you're giving a fair representation of the game last night. So I think Chelsea started the better team in the first half. I mean, you're saying how good Harry Kane was. I think his only first touch with his feet in the first half was the penalty. I think at times Bayern had 11 men behind the ball. Even when they went 3-1 up, they had 11 men behind the ball. And in the start of the second half, you say Bayern were dominant, but Chelsea started the better team in the second half as well. It was 3 individual mistakes for Bayern's goals. And I don't know where you get all these goals, chances galore, because there was only 2 chances on target in the whole game from Bayern that were of any decent quality. 5 shots on target in the whole game for Bayern, 3 for Chelsea. And only a
chance
for Chelsea. So I don't know how that's dominant.
A good chance has to be on target.
But No, it doesn't have to be on target, but it's better to be on target. It's more of a
of course,
an opportunity if it's on target than off target.
Of course, yeah, but you can have a great chance that you should score when you miss. The right back missed a great chance where he ran through with Elise ball. I thought Chelsea done very well first half, but second half, Bayern Munich were dominant. Chelsea, for me, 2 centre-halves, decent defenders, not going to win you a Champions League, not going to win you a Premier League for me.
Not an easy place to go, though, is it, the Alliance?
Not at all,
Not easy, no.
Yeah, no, I appreciate Bayern probably deserve to win in the whole, but I think your representation of it being a humbling and dominant performance, I don't think that's a fair representation.
Okay, Ryan, thank you for your call.
Thank you, Ryan.
A big Chelsea fan there. Now, what about Forest? Ange, oh dear, after the defeat Arsenal on Saturday, got much, much worse last night down in Wales.
Swansea 3, Nottingham Forest 2. Party time in Abertawe as a home side came from 2-0 down to win it in the 97th minute. And Postecoglou is going to have to wait for that first win as Forest boss. Igor Jesus had scored twice in the first half, and quite frankly, apart from a penalty shout for Bolly's clumsy challenge on Yarkue, they were good value for it. Second half was fairly standard stuff until captain Cameron Burgess scored with a proper centre-back header on 68 minutes to pull one back. Game became a bit of a basketball match end to end until the board went up to say 6 minutes of added on time. And that's when it all went mad. First of all, Zanvapotnik off the bench got in at the front post to Liam Cullen's cross to make it 2-2. 93 minutes gone for that. 97 minutes. The ball comes to Cameron Burgess, the centre-back, on the volley, on the edge of the area, and he smashes an unstoppable shot into the back of the net. The stadium exploded, and Ange, well, he can't quite believe it.
Well, Gab, we were talking last night in general with the audience last night, a couple hundred guys, good as gold, about who's going to win it. And then I said about, what about down the bottom? Who's going down? I think it's a difficult one because there's a lot of spirit from Burnley, Leeds and Sunderland, isn't there?
I said this yesterday.
I'm just looking at the table and I'm thinking the game's coming up. Yeah. And Forest, look, I don't want to drag Forest into this because they were great last year, but Forest are away to Burnley now.
Not an easy game.
What are you thinking here? Is this a must-not-lose game?
I looked at Burnley against Liverpool. I know teams can raise their levels when they play the top teams at home, but I feel like this season, Burnley especially, and Sunderland, Leeds to a certain degree, they're not going to be like teams in previous years. They're going to give it a good go. They're not going to be finishing on 12, 15 points. I think teams like Forest need to book up their ideas for sure. Aston Villa need to book up their ideas. Wolves, West Ham, all these teams need to start getting wins because you keep giving Burnley, Leeds, Sunderland encouragement to go and get wins like they're doing this season, playing very well. It's going to be dangerous, but I want to speak to our next guest, obviously, because what was the performance like? Yeah. You can lose 2 goals out at the end of a game like that, but what was the overall performance like for Forest?
2 losses and 2 for Big Ange so far as Forest boss, and 6 goals conceded. That's the thing that will be hurting him. 6 conceded. Well, what did he make of it? He spoke to talkSPORT's Lawrence Mora, our Welsh correspondent after the game.
Yeah, no, very disappointing. Great opportunity to progress to the next round of the Cup, and we should have really handled the game a lot better. We got ourselves into a great position and should have really killed them off, but we allowed them to get back in the game.
And you made 10 changes coming into it. Can you just talk us through your thoughts in that selection process?
Just, it was pretty evident tonight. Some of these guys need games. They were rusty and lacked match conditioning, so it's a great opportunity to do that. Within that context, I still felt we were more than good enough to win the game, and that's what it proved. But in the end, we let ourselves down.
And just finally, for me, obviously, Burnley, does that become even more important? How important is it for you to get that first win and get it quickly as well?
It's not important for me, it's important for the club. We've got to make sure on Saturday we're ready for it. It's another tough game and, perform at a level we know we can to win the game.
Yeah, Lawrence Mora there talking to Ange Postecoglou. So let's get more on this. Crossover talkSPORT's reporting, a big Forest fan, of course, who wasn't happy with the Ange appointment. Good morning, Max Scott. Morning, Max.
Harsh, that is Max.
Morning, boys. I don't think that's probably a fair reflection of our fella. I think it was more that I was I was surprised that Ange was on the list because it's such a massive sort of disparity between Nuno and Ange. I think, look, when it comes to last night, let's make no bones about it. It's not a good look when a manager's been brought in to win trophies because he's got, quote, a proven and consistent track record of winning trophies. It's not a good look when you're out at the first time of asking, having been 2-0 up to a championship side in Swansea. So obviously it's not good. It only intensifies sort of heading into a really tough game against Burnley at the weekend. And, you know, the fact that we're talking about this, obviously, it's all about Ange, and Ange will take a lot of the flack. But I watched that game last night, and it was absolute criminal complacency from the players who, you know, Ange obviously trusted to bring on. And at 68 minutes, it's 2-0. We've had a goal disallowed, which I don't think was offside in the first place. It could have been 3-0.
Yeah.
We've created a host of opportunities. He brings on some players, many of whom, you know, Ange wants them to prove themselves. And 2-0 up, creating chances against Swansea, you'd think, well, this is a Premier League squad who's finished in the European places last season. They ought to go and do that. And they didn't. And so, you know, whilst, yeah, it's really worrying because we've got a new manager that, you know, lots of fans didn't want. Most fans didn't want Nuno gone in the first place. Most reasonable fans didn't want him gone. But I think where there's an understanding about the situation that happened, his public comments, the trust is somewhat broken. So, okay, we're in this situation. But for those fans that didn't want him, seeing that sort of that sort of, you know, capitulation isn't going to help the cause. And as I say, pressure's on to go and get Burnley.
Max, how was the overall performance though? Because I get it, it's disappointing to concede 2 goals in stoppage time, but it can happen. I mean, the last goal for Swansea, outstanding long-range shot off the bar, and the rebound was a great strike. That can happen. But what was the overall performance like?
I think fair play to Swansea, Gabby, because they did put up a fight throughout the whole game, but they didn't create any chances until the end. They had no clear-cut chances. I think, you know, Ange's absolutely right. There were so many players that were rusty. There were so many wayward passes throughout the game. But the likes of Douglas Luiz, you know, while he was on the pitch for the 45 minutes, was fantastic. I'd love to see him start the weekend. He commanded it. You know, you can see why he was adored by your lot up at Villa Park, mate. Dylan Bakwa on the wing was really tricky, beating players. Zinchenko stepping into midfield. You saw that slight shift towards Ange ball being an inverted sort of left back. So there were lots of positives. Igor Jesus scoring his first 2 goals for the club. But honestly, I think the players that came on the pitch, it was shameful. And you know, there were reports last night that there were raised voices in the dressing room and people making a big deal of that. I mean, it's not a headline. Water is wet, and I'm pleased to hear that Andrew's got stuck into the players because they've let the club down and they've only added more and more pressure on them, more and more pressure on the manager, more and more pressure on the club for the situation that they find themselves in. So my anger is towards the players, not the manager at this point.
Well, let's see what Burnley brings. Max, thank you, Max.
Thank you, Max.
There, talkSPORT reporter, big Forest fan. Still to come on Breakfast.
Superstar Breakfast preview on talkSPORT with Travis Perkins. Download the new improved app to easily manage your accounts and quotes.
So, former Liverpool midfielder Danny Murphy has claimed Arsenal are in a better position to challenge for both the League and Champions League than Liverpool.
The question is about depth. They've got it.
Yes, they've got it.
Is their quality better than PSG's? Is their quality better than Liverpool's? I think they'll go close in both.
There you go, former Liverpool midfielder Danny Murphy there. Liverpool fans, do you agree? 03717 223344. That's the number you need to get involved with the show. That was a look ahead with Travis Perkins here on talkSPORT.
Superstar Breakfast preview on talkSPORT with Travis Perkins. Get free next day track delivery. Head to travisperkins.co.uk or download the app.
she's thinking there, Gab. 6:48, and she must be thinking, what was stepped into here?
No.
I'm getting stick already after 2 games.
I'm not going to give him any stick yet, though, Al. I feel that, that can happen, what happened last night. Players that come on didn't do their jobs, let him down, and he'll work them out.
Next time they kick his door down, what the games say get lost, you had your chance.
You were given a job to see the game out, you didn't, but the whole overall performance was very good.
Right, what do we know this Thursday morning on talkSPORT? Atletico Madrid manager Simeone regrets clashing with Liverpool supporters at the end of a dramatic Champions League opener at Anfield, but says they were sparked by insults. Reports this morning that Wolves manager Vitor Pereira is close to a new Wolves deal despite a poor start to the season, so it's not all bad news for managers. Gabby, have you got a message of support for the Yam Yams through this tough time?
Listen, it will get better. I mean, it's difficult to get points in the Premier League. 4 games, 0 points. Just stick with it, Al. Then maybe before November.
Keep a straight face when you're saying that, Gab.
Listen, it's a new contract for the manager. He's been rewarded for 0 points, minus 7 goal difference in the first 4 games. It's great to be a manager.
Your mate texted me, you say, Jonesy, he was, by the way, he was playing Renaissance on Loch Lomond.
Was he?
Yeah, beautiful. Don't get much better than that.
Did you see the Rangers team swimming?
No. Oh, the free, what do they call it? They just...
What would you have done if you was a player and the manager's taking you there?
You have to do it, or you make out you can't swim. Things got rather heated at the Conor Ben and Chris Eubank Jr. press conference when Eddie Hearn tried to pay tribute to Ricky Hatton. Have a listen to this one.
Well, just firstly, Jamie, obviously, just a couple of... You might... Just going to say 30 seconds about Ricky Hatton.
No, there's no 30
Chris, 1 second.
You know the drill.
Chris.
You know the drill. I'm not going to
You are.
anything you say.
Okay, then don't listen...
I'm a bad guy.
No.
I'm in this.
All I was going to do was say a few words about Ricky Hatton.
Okay.
Words. Okay, I won't say anything about...
Move on with the press conference.
You're you talk...
From you.
You get what's coming to you. It doesn't matter. You can do that.
We know the drill.
Very strange. I don't understand that, to be honest.
No.
Do you?
No, I didn't see the whole press conference, but to stop Eddie doing that, very, very, very strange. But we'll find out more about it from Gareth A. Davis later on.
Okay, Katie is back with us for a brand new feature. Oh no. A little smile on her face.
Shenanigans. What do you think?
Very good. Fantastic.
You're worrying me with this book in your hand now.
So Shenanigans. This is where we play some fun and silly games every Thursday. And today's game, are you ready? It's called Referee's Whistle. So you have 1 minute to answer as many sports trivia questions before the ref's whistle. So you'll be going up against each other, and the person with the highest score wins. Okay? And all of the questions have come from the talkSPORT quiz book. Well, Alan, you did the introductions, so hopefully you will get many right. And I've got to say, I've gone from the easy section. So hopefully,
read it, to be honest.
So hopefully you guys will do pretty well. Production are across the scores on the doors.
Good luck.
So Gabby, you're going to go first, okay?
Lovely, let's go.
Right, are you ready?
I'm not, no.
Nervous? Excited?
I'm very nervous, to be honest.
Okay. Your time starts now. Number 1, which player gained the nickname Golden Balls?
Beckham.
Correct. England won the World Cup in which year?
1966.
Correct. Thierry Henry is a player most associated with which English football club?
Arsenal.
The letters QPR stand for?
Queen's Park Rangers.
Correct. Which team has won the World Cup the most times?
Brazil.
Bonus point for how many times?
6.
Wrong. 5. Zinedine Zidane played for which country?
France.
Correct. What is the top league in English football?
Premier League.
Correct. How many lions feature on the English football badge?
3.
Correct. In Germany, it's called an elf meter. What's it known as in England?
A ruler.
Wrong. Ruler. Penalty kick. The expression squeaky bum time, referring to the sound made when anxiously moving around in a plastic seat while under pressure, is associated with which football manager?
Oh.
Can say pass.
Pass.
Sir Alex Ferguson. Who did England lose to in a penalty shootout? Okay. Right, I'll finish the question. Who did England lose to in a penalty shootout in the semi-finals of the 1990 World Cup?
Oh, Germany?
West Germany. Okay, I'll give
Yeah.
you that. No.
Good inquiry.
Okay, here we go.
You know, there's two different nations.
There are two different nations.
But they're together now, so I don't want to cause conflict.
You were close.
I don't want to cause conflict by saying like West Germany when they're together.
Okay, right, we won't give it to you. So, production, what are we saying? VAR?
7.
Okay, so how do you think you did?
I think I've done really well. Very proud of myself.
Okay. You got 8 in a minute. So I think that's
you.
okay. That's all right.
Yep.
Alan, do you think you can beat Gabby's score?
Not sure.
Oh, okay.
I'm not sure.
This is from the easy section of the talkSPORT quiz book. Right, Alan, you are up. You ready? Excited? Nervous?
I'm really excited.
You sound it, mate.
Right, okay. Your time starts now. Who knocked England out of the 2018 World Cup in extra time?
Oh, an extra time, 2018, Spain.
Croatia. Which footballer was nicknamed Gaza?
Gascoigne.
Correct. Which German team did Man United beat in 1999 to win the Champions League?
Oh, Bayern.
Correct.
Which Bayern? Which Bayern?
Oh, come on. Claudio Ranieri won the Premier League in 2016, managing which club, who were 5,000 to 1 outsiders?
Leicester.
Correct. The Football Highlight Show, Match of the Day, first aired in which decade?
Oh, 70s.
60s. Which football club played at the London Stadium, which was constructed for the London 2012
West Ham.
Olympics? Correct. Which player scored the most goals in the Premier League?
Vardy?
Alan Shearer.
Oh, sorry, overall.
Overall, yeah. Extra time lasts how many minutes?
30.
Correct. Who won the Golden Boot for scoring the most goals at the World Cup in 2018?
2018, that would have been 2018 was that Shearer?
Harry Kane.
That was Harry.
Harry Kane.
Shearer retired in 2000.
Harry Kane. How do you think you did?
Scottish.
How do you think you're beating Gabby's score?
Probably got 6.
What? Say that again.
6.
Correct. You got 6. Oh, so the winner of Shenanigans this week's game
This one easier.
is Gabby. Congratulations. How do you feel?
Sometimes you know people know their football. They might be older than you, and you expect them to have more knowledge in life. But yeah, it's great to beat Alan finally at a quiz.
Well, next week's game includes both of you being blindfolded, so I look forward to that.
Can
Yeah.
we do Scottish football next week?
We can do whatever you want next week.
Fancy that out, blindfolded.
It's more of an
You're
action.
used to that, you.
It's more of an action game next week.
It's not Friday night.
But that was Shenanigans. Thanks for playing.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Katie.
Blindfolded, Alan. Can't wait.
Hey?
Can't wait for that.
What's that guy? It's pretty interesting. Right, still to come. I'm looking forward to talking to Mimi Rossi, co-owner of Bella Vita. I wonder where that is in Glasgow, what part. Scott Minto coming up, Stevie Archibald, Gareth A. Davis. I wonder what was that about. I can't go over that box and that.
I think I've seen a little clip of it as well. I'm sure Eddie Hearn.
Didn't like that.
Eddie Hearn said that he's going to deal with something that Chris Eubank said about him and his team. So it was spicy, and we'll find all about it from Gareth A. Davis.
Didn't like that.
No.
Okay, right, coming up 3 minutes to 7. Thank you, Kate.
Thank you, Katie.
Shenanigans. Shenanigans. Shenanigans.
knows there are 20 managers in the Premier League, yeah? Well, actually, no. Around 3/4 of them are not managers. The terms manager and head coach are often used interchangeably to describe Premier League bosses, but they're actually two different jobs. So let's explain how and why. For years, fans referred to Mikel Arteta as Arsenal's manager, but I'm afraid technically...
No, I don't think so. No.
From his first day on the job, he was the Gunners' head coach. Let's pick a random moment in time, February 2025. Only 6 Premier League bosses actually held the official title of manager rather than head coach. Man City's Pep Guardiola, David Moyes of Everton, Ipswich boss Kieran McKenna, Southampton's Ivan Juric, Oliver Glasner at Crystal Palace and Leicester's Ruud van Nistelrooy were the only actual managers of their respective teams. Everyone else? That's right, head coach, including Ruben Amorim at Man United. He took over from Erik ten Hag, a man who had held the title of manager. Might come as a surprise that Amorim's appointment marked the first time ever that Man United had a head coach instead of a manager. But to understand why they made that decision, you also have to get what the difference is between a head coach and a manager. A manager's got a huge range of responsibilities. They're not just in charge of training and player lineups, they're also heavily involved in player sales and transfers. Critical stuff. But a head coach's role is far more focused on team training and performance on the pitch. So whereas Ten Hag was highly involved with decisions around transfers during his tenure, the intention was that Amorim wouldn't be, at least not on the same level. And as the sporting structure at Man United changed under Sir Jim Ratcliffe, people like Sir Dave Brailsford took charge of transfers instead. How all those roles play out in practice may be slightly different at different clubs though. On the other hand, the contracts of actual managers like Pep or Moyes had no limits on their job role and their involvement with transfers and contracts. But those guys are actually in the minority now, and it's a change that's happened pretty quickly. In 2019, there were only 6 head coaches in the Premier League, but by 2025, there were 14. A clear indication that more and more clubs are moving towards a model where the guy in charge is actually only really in charge on the pitch. And the way things are going, it might not be long before all 20 clubs have got head coaches, and the job position of football manager in the top flight is no more.
Got so many texts and emails coming in saying that quiz was a fiddle. No way Gabby beat you, Alan. I have to say, I never knew anything about the quiz. Gabby seemed to know a lot about it. This is talkSPORT Breakfast with me, Brazil, the cheat Gabby, and Arnold Clark. Get the UK special car deals guaranteed. Liverpool have done it again for the 5th straight game. They've grabbed another late winner.
In swinging cross, Jones is there, denied. Chiesa! That's the winner!
Salah comes into the box. It's left. Engamoa to finish it. He's won it. Rio Engamoa, the teenager, has come up with a moment right at the end of a dramatic game at St James's Park.
Liverpool are great and at their best moment, but they keep winning. What a goal! Liverpool 1, Arsenal 0. The roof has just been ripped off Anfield. It's an absolute net buster.
They're showing champion form in the sense of you're winning when it's not great and when it's ugly.
Salah fires it top right corner, and Liverpool will steal the points in injury time at Turf Moor.
They're the first team in Premier League history to score 4 winners in the last 10 minutes
of a Premier League game. And with
2-2 in stoppage time. In comes the ladies' corner. Yes, they can. It is Virgil van Dijk. Liverpool do it again.
The moral of the story here is, do not leave a Liverpool game early.
Where do I recognise this tune from?
I was going to say Eurovision, but this was, what was his name again? It was a massive hit in Europe, massive.
Yeah.
It'll come to me. Yes, that's right. 88th, 100th, 83rd, 95th, and now a 92nd minute winner, and they're opening 5 games so far. This is it Lobo, El Lobo or something. Or is it Opus? Opus, yeah, I think you're right. 5 games so far. There's incredible late goals as Van Dijk headed in. A 92nd minute corner. It prompted wild scenes at Anfield as Liverpool fans were sent into a frenzy. It was all too much for Atleti manager Simeone. Who cares? Whoever who completely lost it and tried to fight a number of Liverpool fans sitting near the bench. Reds manager Arne Slot, however, called for the tension to be on the football, not on Simeone's actions, which saw him sent off.
Yeah, it's difficult for me to react on because I don't know what happened exactly today. So he was closer to the situation than I was, so it's impossible for me to react on that. And if I react on that, I already know what the Spanish media is going to write. So I think they should write 2 teams with great mentality, fighting till the end. Atletico came back, we scored the 3-2. This is where I think the game should be about, because it was a great game to watch, another great game to watch from Liverpool, and I think from Atletico as well, because the way they played against Villarreal was also very nice. So let the headlines be about that and not about what happened after we scored the 3-2.
Says the right things, Arnie, doesn't he? But from a Simeone point of view, look, you don't need to behave like that, but I like his passion.
Oh. As a spectator,
yeah, I like his passion.
As someone watching on the TV last night, Alan, I loved it. I love a little bit of drama, a bit of, interaction between the fans and the manager. And I'm sure, like I said earlier, when you play Atletico Madrid away, I'm sure their fan bases will be giving managers all sorts that are behind them. So get on with it. You can't be bitter that your team conceded a last-minute winner.
Let's get a bit more on a great night at Anfield again and cross over Daily Mail's writer Dom King. Dominic, morning.
Good morning, Dom.
Good morning. Good morning, gents. Alan, I've got to first make an apology. If you look behind me, I've got grey skies, which isn't the order of the rain, so I apologise in advance. Terrible.
Well, here we are. We're getting towards, we're in autumn now, heading towards winter. It's getting cold now. The sun goes down. So,
still
Dom,
in shorts up in Al. Still in shorts up here, Al.
Yeah, all right. Not cold at Anfield last night. Another great finish.
It was incredible. I mean, just a little thing on Simeone. I think if some of the footage I've seen about the fella who was behind them, I think I'd probably been tempted to jump into the crowd there myself. But there we go. No, it was a magnificent night. The drama was incredible. Liverpool had probably done enough to win it. They'd been stupid enough to concede the 2 goals, but I think if you win 5 consecutive matches in the last minutes of a game, it's more about your mentality than luck. I think Liverpool are just remarkable in terms of how they keep going until the end.
Yeah, Dom, so far it was. Listen, I didn't see the game. I was out last night and late home driving down the M6. But Mo's had a quiet start, but that was better, wasn't it? I'm told.
Oh, he was right back on it last night. Probably should have had two, could have even had 3. Unlucky when he hit the post in the second half to bring the end to a very good move. His goal was beautiful. The way he held 3 defenders off and then finished it. And I thought when they were 2-0 up after 6 minutes, I genuinely thought they were going to win 4 or 5-0. And in some ways, scoring that second goal so early was kind of a handicap for them, because I think it made a little bit of complacency in the stadium, because everybody just thought it was going to be quite easy. But you know what? You've got to give a lot of credit to Atletico Madrid and the manager as well, because he never, ever, ever gives up. He never lets anyone stop. He was as much as instrumental as Marcus Llorente for bringing them back into the game in terms of how how he kept cajoling and dragging them forward, and Liverpool's naivety maybe, but just to allow them back in was silly, but they got there in the end.
Dom, I watched both games, Chelsea and Liverpool, and I thought Liverpool were fantastic going forward. Some of the play between Wirtz, Isak, and linking up very well. Wirtz is so close to scoring, isn't he? Just that last little bit, he's not being decisive with his finish. But I want to talk about Gravenberch because I was thinking last night, you know, I coach under 15s girls team, and my sons play as well. And the way he receives the ball on a half turn, any football coach out there should be showing clips of Gravenberch because he receives it, he uses his body well, he's strong, he's got everything you want in a defensive midfielder. What a player!
Do you know what, Gabby? It's like he's on a pivot or something in terms of it's a work of art, isn't it? How he lets the ball come across his body, and then he's almost away before he's even actually got his foot on the ball. The progress that he's made in 13 months to become as influential for this team as he has been, I think has taken everybody by surprise. I think the people knew they were getting a good player from when they signed him from Bayern Munich. It obviously hadn't worked out for him there, and they've been very smart in terms of looking at the his profile, what he might be able to give them 2 years ago. Nobody expected him to become one of the best number sixes in the business, and that's exactly what he is. Yes. He's absolutely critical to everything that Liverpool do. Every bit as important as Virgil van Dijk, the goal, Alisson, or any of the forwards, because he's the glue in the midfield. The goals he conceded last night had nothing to do with him. I think once him and Alexis McAllister have got back up into speed as that holding two, you'll see a completely different Liverpool team in terms of how solid they are.
Don, what about the weekend then? The derby, Everton come to Anfield, should be a cracker.
It'll be a great game, and Everton's start of the season has been exactly what's been needed. 4 games unbeaten now, defensively tight. Yes, David Moyes knows there's still much to improve in the coming weeks and months, but the stability that he's put in is been just the ticket, and they won't be travelling. They won't be making the journey this week with any kind of apprehension or whatever. David's long overdue a good result at Anfield, and he'll fancy his chances this weekend.
Yeah, look forward to it. Dom, brilliant.
Thank you, Dom.
Mate.
Top man.
Thank you.
No problem.
Do you know what, Dom King there from the Mail. Do you know what's interesting, Gab? A couple of people said to me last night about the drill. You know, our quiz with Travis Perkins.
Yes.
What a shame the guy never went again. And I said, yeah, but as the chap said yesterday, listen, I've just won 500 quid more than I had.
Exactly.
And that's a lot of money.
Of course it is.
I said, you know, you imagine if you're not skint, but you're hard up for money.
Ow.
There's 500 quid in a plate and you get greedy and it's in comes the drill and you lose it.
Exactly.
So,
look what's coming. You know what I mean? You see it on the news. People not going to choose not to heat their homes this winter.
Ooh,
you've got that coming, the gas and electric bills. So £500 going to help you out a lot.
Yeah,
of course, it's
correct.
big money, mate.
Coming up, we turn our attention to a bizarre statement released by West Ham United last night and how they're going to improve the matchday experience at the London Stadium. Interesting. That's coming next. 11:19. Gabby's alongside me. All this week we're giving you a chance to win a share of 10 grand when we play Defeat the Drill, thanks to Travis Perkins. John is now randomly selected from all the entries on talksport.com/win. Is John, and he's a Sky Blue, a Coventry fan. John, very good morning, John.
Morning, Alan. Morning, Gabby.
Morning, mate.
John, this is how the game works. You're going to hear a sequence of various cash amounts being played out. All you need to do is shout win after the cash amount you want to lock into. However, if you hear the sound of a drill before you banked your money, you leave with nothing, John. It's not easy, this one. So make sure you shout win before you hear the drill sound, as long as you're happy with the dosh. Are you ready, John?
I am, mate, yeah.
Good luck to you, pal. By the way, what do you do for a living, John?
I'm an electric vehicle tester.
Lovely. Right, here we go, John. Good luck, because it's a tricky one, this. It really is. Right, we're starting. Here we go, John. Are you ready? We're starting the game right now.
£600. £800. £1,000.
Win.
Wow, well done, John. I'm saying well done. I don't know what's coming next, but you've won a bag of sand. That is not bad at all.
Well done.
So, John, that was 500 quid yesterday for a friend, and you've won £1,000, so you've doubled that. I think you've done great there, mate, and I'm hoping that the drill comes in very, very soon. You were thinking, lovely, lovely. A grand. How nice is that on a Thursday morning?
Oh, that's brilliant, mate. We've got a newborn good little girl, so, that'll go towards her.
Well done, pal, and good luck with Sky
mate.
Blues. So, John, let's have a listen and see if you made the right choice to shout win at £1,000 when you did. Here we go.
£900. £1,500. £1,800.
It's a new court.
£2,100.
John, that's not bad. £1,000, pal. You could have got 2,100, but at the same time, hey.
Like the caller said yesterday, it's more than they had 10 minutes ago.
Well done, John. Well done, mate. That's brilliant. £1,000 on a Thursday morning. Brilliant.
Well done. Yeah.
So, well done to John, the Sky Blue. If you think you can defeat the drill, enter online now at talksport.com/win. That's all thanks to Travis Perkins.
Defeat the drill on talkSPORT with Travis Perkins, doing what matters for the trade.
Pretty bubbles in the air.
I got invited to West Ham yesterday.
I bet you did.
A Wednesday night game. A friend of mine's got a box there. He's in transport. Good
Did they
guy.
play last night?
Huh?
They played last night.
Who?
You said West Ham played?
No, I got invited last night.
Oh, okay.
Invited to a Wednesday game.
Why can't we play that game? That guy just played then.
What, beat the drill?
Yeah.
I'm sure we can.
Gabby, are you sick of the noise of drills? You know, that 6-story house you built in Sutton Coldfield that Jamie Harris said overshadowed. The people used to have lovely sunny back gardens, and Gabby built this house. There was loads of drills going, so don't give me that.
He's making that up, mate.
I don't think you do that well. I think you'd leave it too late and then get beaten.
You know what? You mean he's greedy.
I'll be waiting for like 5,000.
Wait for 5,000.
Okay, time. Finished a minute ago.
Okay, Katie's back with us for a bit of West Ham chat. What we got?
Yes, so West Ham fans have expressed their disappointment of the current state of the club. They won once, lost 3 times, and in the relegation zone currently. Last season they finished 14th in the table. Well, the club have since released a statement that's actually really long, but I'll give you some snippets about it. So it says, it's just 2 years since we lifted the club's first major trophy in 43 years. The UEFA Europa Conference League win came in the middle of 3 successive campaigns in European competition, the first time we have ever achieved that feat. We accept the results and performances on the pitch over the past 2 seasons have not met the standards we set for ourselves. Nobody at the club is satisfied with that, and the board of directors have spent a great deal of time looking at the decisions that have been made across the football operation in order to inform an improved strategy going forward. What's your reaction to this?
Well, they had to bounce back, didn't they? Because there was a lot of disillusioned fans. Look, West Ham's a great football club. I played against them, the youth team reserves all the way through. Loved playing against them. It's not far down the road to Ipswich as well. So it was almost a derby. Norwich was our derby. So I've always enjoyed going to West Ham. It has been a poor start. There's no doubt about it. They've got a massive following home and away. So they had to come out firing. And hopefully they've got a London derby coming up. Palace won't be easy. Nothing's easy.
I think though, for me,
so they had to come out with that. It's positive.
It's a recruitment, isn't it? After winning Europa League conference, West Ham fans are probably thinking, all right, then let's go. We're going to finish in European place every season. We're going to try and win the Europa League next. We can get into that. And some of the players they brought in, you look at Tadibo at the back, not good enough. Mavropanos, not good enough. They've got it better this summer with some of the signings that they've made. And they've got to bear with him because they've got a great result at Nottingham Forest. Disappointing.
It was a big result, wasn't it?
Yeah, last weekend going down to 10 men. But West Ham fans have got every right to be frustrated because you want to see your club go to the next level, not go backwards, which they have.
Well, they have spoken about Graham Potter, saying our head coach has made clear his philosophy of developing an environment of trust and togetherness, built on the values that underpin the identity of our football club, including the importance of creating a pathway to the first team for our young academy players. So Potter's record so far, 22 games, 6 wins, 5 draws and 11 defeats. So how would you rate his time? And in terms, judging by your face, not great. But where does he need to improve then in order to stay at West Ham and kind of try and climb the table?
I think it hasn't been easy for him. That record is quite dreadful, to be honest. But you look at Fulkrug, he had a good Euros. They signed him. He's not the answer. Callum Wilson has done well when he's come on. Didn't start on the weekend, which was strange. You've got to get Callum Wilson up and running, get him starting in that team. Look at every club now in the Premier League. They're back to number 9s. You can't be playing false 9s anymore. Get Callum Wilson fit and ready. Bowen's a top player. Paqueta's back at it as well. Somerville back from injury. He's looking a lot better. I think West Ham will be fine, but their fans have had enough of constantly going to the home Olympic Stadium and not getting results.
But you wouldn't mind 6 out and 6 new faces in. I know it's not going to happen, but that's where they are at this moment. That are a side that you're hoping bit of a cup run and can stay in the Premier, and that's not good enough for a club like West Ham.
And defensively, it'd be nice for one of their centre halves to win a header. The amount of goals they concede this season off crosses into the box when sometimes they've been playing 3 centre halves. Very odd.
And in terms of the stadium, how do you think that's impacted their success in terms of away teams actually coming to the London Stadium? Because it's so far away from the pitch. They're not able to create a hostile atmosphere, are they?
Yeah, but I've been there and it's been noisy.
Yeah, but you're so far away. I've got to get my binoculars out to watch.
They're playing well and they get 2-3 up. It's noisy, I promise.
But it's not the same. I played many games at Upton Park and their fans were on you. You're getting insults galore and you're putting you off your game. It's a tough place to go. And I watched games at Olympic Stadium. I'm with you. I spoke to away fans that have been there and you like you said, binoculars out, see the pitch, can't see the player over there. And you don't get that atmosphere then. And you get it at the Spurs new stadium. You get it at the Emirates, you get it at the Etihad.
It does G you up, because I remember playing semi-final UEFA Cup in 81-82 at Cologne. Tony Woodcock was playing for them at the time. 60,000 crowd, but there was a running track around it. And immediately we said, oh, brilliant.
Exactly.
That'll take the sting out of the crowd. And Terry Butcher scored by 1-0.
There's nothing worse out as an away player and the fans are giving you all sorts. Look at last night, Simeone getting in his head. Liverpool fans would have been on the Atletico Madrid players all game. That's what you want because it helps you get a result at your home stadium. Now, when West Ham are playing poorly, it's silent.
Yeah. Okay. Look, it's positive from West Ham. Can they start at the weekend? Palace, not easy. Coming up with Napoli taking on Man City live on talkSPORT tonight. Scott McTominay going to prove that he is one of the top players now around United. How'd they let him go? He's gone over there and he's an absolute hero. It's the biggest stage. We're going to discuss this one next. Thank you, Katie.
What football ground are you thinking of when someone says this?
Really tough place to go. Difficult place to go. Such a tough place to go.
It's a tough place to go at the moment.
It was a really difficult place to go.
But what are the toughest places to go, really? We've had a look. Forget a cold, wet Tuesday night in Stoke. Try a blizzard 220 miles inside the Arctic Circle. When Chelsea lost at Tromsø in Norway in the Cup Winners' Cup, a massive snowstorm hit at half-time. These two boys and their brooms were absolutely no match for it. We're staying in Scandinavia for Scotland's toughest away day on the side of a cliff in the Faroe Islands in Euro 2000 qualifying. The pitch at Toftir was like a cow field, never mind those gale force winds. The Faroe Islands part-timers equalised in stoppage time. Cue Scandi scenes. But away trips don't come tougher than playing Bolivia at altitude in La Paz. Or so we thought. The Bolivians have now taken home advantage to another level, literally 500 metres further up the Andes to the country's highest city, El Alto, 4,100 metres above sea level. Meanwhile, the loudest stadium in world football officially is the Ali Sami Yen, where Galatasaray fans set a world record of 131 decibels. That's louder than Motorhead. But our most intimidating away day is in Wales. Prison team HMP Prescoed was briefly kicked out the Gwent League over concerns about young opposition having to go in there. Now that's a tough place to go.
$7.33 talkSPORT breakfast with me, Brazil Gabby, and Arnold Clark gets £750 off any used electric car or home charger. Now, Mikel Arteta earned high praise on Tuesday night for bringing on match winners Martinelli and Leandro Trossard to beat Bilbao, later referring to them as finishers. Former Liverpool midfielder Danny Murphy thinks that's a clever piece of psychology from Mikel.
Because we're in this together. And which is fine if Martinelli and Trossard start at the weekend and then get, you know, at Liverpool we had a situation where the big games come and we still had basically the same team, so the lads would be disappointed. He's got that at Arsenal. Arsenal will have a consistent 11 in the big games, more or less, if everyone's fit, I would imagine. So the players will still be deflated, but that type of narrative he's talking about goes out to keep everybody sweet.
Yeah, for me, a finisher's someone who's good in front of goal.
Yeah, that's what I would say. I think what he's saying...
But I think if you reiterate about a squad's very important,
of course,
in this long season, people know that. Look, Martinelli, he's a funny setup player for me, Gab. He's hot and cold. Trossard can be... He's the same. He can be hot and cold. So they've got to accept that they are squad players.
Of course, Al, but I think what he's trying to say when he says finisher is these players can come on at the end of the game and finish the game off. But obviously, me and you will say finisher is like Harry Kane's a finisher, Haaland's a finisher. But don't get it twisted. Like, Martinelli and Trossard won't accept to be super subs. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. They're going to want to be like, okay, Martinelli, come on. He scored a great goal and set up a great goal for Trossard. He's going to be thinking, I want to start on Sunday. He's not going to be thinking, bring me on for 20 minutes every game.
Yeah.
If you do well as a player, Alan, you want to be starting the next game.
Yeah. Well, let me ask you this, Gab. Should the talkSPORT bosses start calling the sports bar the finishers? Because they ain't got long to go, have they?
No comment, Mr. Brazil. You get me in trouble.
Time now for a bit of this.
Da quanto tempo senza se lasciare
senza se lasciare.
Oh, Scotland, when will we see your life again?
25 minutes to 8 o'clock. Thank you, Lulu. Time for something a wee bit different. A Scottish mashup, let's call it that. Scott McTominay style. What an impact he's made going over at Napoli.
Outstanding.
Incredible.
And Gilmore.
And Billy, yeah. The Champions League week rolls on tonight. And first up, the 2023 winners, City, is a visit from Conte's Scudetto champions. Brilliant. Napoli. Within the ranks, a certain Kevin De Bruyne. We're forgetting about that. And Scott McTominay, Billy Gilbert as well. I keep calling him Billy Gilbert, who played for Palace. Billy Gilmore, wee Billy. Castlemaine boy, I think he was. I'd like to say we can now cross over to Glasgow, Paisley Road, and speak to the co-owner of the five-star Italian eatery, Bella Vita. McCoy's must have been in there for a freebie. Who's also a die-hard Napoli fan and the creator of the Haggis Pizza. A very buongiorno, good morning.
Good morning.
To Mimo
Buongiorno.
Rossi. Mimo, good morning.
Mimo,
Good morning, Mimo.
Buongiorno. Come state? Tutto bene?
Mimo, what about Glasgow? I went to school with a lot of Italians back in the 70s. Is there many from down in Naples, or is it all northern Italy, most of the Italians in Glasgow?
The majority is at north, Picinisco, Barga, Tuscany area. But it's quite a big number of Napolitans here as well. But not as many as the north. Oh, it's, I think it's quite a few in Edinburgh, but not so many in Glasgow. But still quite a few of us here in Glasgow.
How long have you had the restaurant, Mimo?
This restaurant, I had it for 14 years.
Wow.
I'm co-owner of the restaurant with David, so we have been here for 14 years. Yeah, well, I had other restaurants before in Glasgow. I've been in business for over 30 years. I've been in Glasgow for 35 years.
Yeah. Do you know I think they've got a couple of restaurants, the Stevenson's family. Is it Paul and Jim Stevenson? I don't know if you know them. I think they've got a nice Italian restaurant in Glasgow.
Probably. I don't know them. No.
Okay, so now you're encouraging all the Napoli fans to pop in before the game tonight?
Yes, I mean, I hope to finish early so I can go and watch it with my friends. We're getting all together to support the team. So I was planning to go down, but unfortunately work, I can't go. So I need to stay here.
Yeah.
But I go to Naples a lot to watch them. So
Mimo,
leave me.
Mimo, will Scott McTominay have to pay for a lovely pasta when he comes to visit your restaurant one day?
No. If he comes here, Billy or Scott, they're our guests. So we're still waiting. They know about the pizza. They send me some lovely messages and some nice gifts. I got Billy's boots from the national team.
Lovely.
And I got some nice, Scott McTominay's top and this one of the program when he played for Scotland against, I think it was Portugal, signed it all to me. So with a lovely message on it about the pizza. So I'm just waiting them to come and taste it now. So hopefully soon, yeah.
And how is Kevin De Bruyne fitted in so far? I know it's early, but De Bruyne is a great player.
Oh, it's a magnificent addition to our team. I haven't invented anything for him yet, so Dutch people are quite difficult to easier to please. Put some eggs on and some chips and
I can hear a wee bit of Glaswegian in that accent, by the way.
So is you. I can hear about you. You got it's Glaswegian accent or Scottish accent as well.
I was south side of Glasgow. I think Billy Gilmore's south as well. So I was over not far from Hampden Park, over that way.
Oh yes, yeah.
Mimo,
yes.
After Maradona, is McTominay your second most favourite player?
I said that a year ago on an interview. I got absolutely slaughtered for it. Then I compared them to Maradona on a Sky News interview. And later on, I get obviously praised, and people say, "Oh, you were the first one to say that Scott was going to be a magnificent player, and now he's got a Ballon d'Or nomination." So I'm glad that I now get some recognition from my comments I made a year ago. And but if you go and see the comments, there's a lot of people call me crazy. Then I compared Maradona. I compared Scott McTominay to Maradona, which is, don't get me wrong, is my youth idol. I was there as a kid to watch him. So Maradona is in my heart. You know, you never.
Do you hear that? His accent there. I was there as a kid.
Yes, I can hear
kid.
it. I can hear the
That
Scottish
is,
in him.
that isn't in Naples. That's Glasgow. That is. Don't worry about that, Mimo. Mimo, wait there a moment. We used to have a feature on the show called The Gab Father. Have a listen to Gabby explaining why he couldn't come to Cheltenham with me and Ali McCoy. This is back in 2023.
Make an offer you cannot refuse. A racing and all the red wine you can drink. Godfather. But you say no.
No!
Why? Why, Godfather? Why, Godfather?
I'm taking a rest from the alcohol, Ali. You know, the Guinness, the Guinness is giving me allergic reaction. You know,
No.
so yes, I cannot do it. So
No.
What sort of reaction?
I wake up later.
Mimo, I think that was more an Albanian accent from Gabby there rather than Napoli.
It was okay. It was okay. He said take a couple of whiskey shots first to clear your throat, and you would have been perfect.
Mimo, what's your favourite dish? What's your most popular dish in the restaurant?
Oh, just now we're selling loads of this pizza, and people come, believe it or not, from all over, which is a honor to me, because we have Americans and people, Australians, Canadians coming from all over for two things. One for the mural outside, the second one is for the pizza. So we became quite popular. But my favorite dish is actually fish. So I'm a original chef specialized in fish. That's my favorite dish.
I'm in Glasgow next month. I'm going to come and visit you, my friend.
Oh, definitely, 100%. I'm ready. You tell me what you want, I'll make it for you.
Thank you, my friend.
We've got loads of people here coming from all over, so
And that is so it's Bella Vita in Paisley
Bella
Road,
Vita
yes?
in Moss Park. Yes, we're a little bit outside the city centre, but we're very popular now, so people come to see us in the area. So even if we're outside the city centre, you know.
Well, Mimo, good luck to you. Thank you,
Yes,
and
good
enjoy
luck.
the game. It's going to be an absolute cracker. And I wish you really well with the
Yes,
restaurant.
good luck, mate.
Glasgow people are good people, so though the food's good,
Forza
they'll come.
Napoli.
Yes.
Forza
you.
Napoli.
Forza.
Thank
Forza
you,
Napoli.
Mimo. There you go. So Bella Vita is the restaurant. Brilliant.
I'm going to go.
Oh, you should do.
Because I'm going to do that show with Ali, aren't I?
So that's on the
Next
way.
month.
That's sort of Ibrox way. It's west, going out that way.
Okay.
Towards the airport. Not
I
far
might
from
go
the
on
airport.
Scotland play Greece, don't they? And we're in Scotland for the show the following morning.
Are you
with
what
Ali.
the is that the Arnold Clark?
Yes.
Yeah.
So maybe I'll go before the game.
I'm up a week on Friday. I'm up at Glen Eagles. I'm looking forward to that.
Lovely.
I'm gonna stay Saturday, come back
Are
Sunday.
you flying to Glasgow?
Yeah.
So I reckon you'll get a standing ovation at the airport. Welcome back, Alan.
I don't think so.
Finally, after
But I'm really
20 years, he's back.
I was there not long ago.
Alan, you don't go
worry
back,
about that.
Alan. I want all your family there and. Well,
Yeah, but I'm in London all the time. I just enjoy going back to Suffolk. I'm in London too much.
Terrible.
Right, Manchester City Napoli is one of two Champions League commentaries on talkSPORT Network tonight. That's in talkSPORT 2, where you can listen to Newcastle against Barcelona on talkSPORT. Both kick off at 8 o'clock. By the way, he's done well for us there, Mimo. 7:45, he's in the restaurant. Brilliant.
Yes.
Still to come on breakfast.
Superstar Breakfast preview on talkSPORT with Travis Perkins. Doing what matters for the trade. Find your local branch at travisperkins.co.uk.
Oh, me lads, you should have seen us gunning, passing the folks along the road just as they were standing. All the lads and lasses there, all the smiling faces, gunning along the Scotchwood Road to see the bleeding races.
So, Champions League football is back at St James's Park tonight. We'll be catching up with former Spurs teammate and ex-Barcelona forward, Aberdeen, of course, Stevie Archibald, Rutherglen, I think Rutherglen boy. I was at Bridgestone, I think he's over that way. Ahead of their trip to Geordieland tonight, 03717 22 3344. Newcastle fans, give us a call this morning. Tell us what kind of welcome the Spanish champions should be expecting. Give your team a rallying cry. That was a look ahead with our good friends at Travis Perkins.
To see the bleeding races.
Superstar Breakfast preview on talkSPORT with Travis Perkins. Bricks on bricks on bricks. Over 40 million available to order with delivery to site. That's one less thing to worry about.
Okay, 7:51. Chelsea may have won the Club World Cup, but in the return to a proper competition, steady. The Champions League, they were soundly beaten.
They've sent it wide towards the right, taken on by Elise, who chops past one defender, it comes off, Chalobah and into the net. But there was certainly confusion inside the 6-yard box, and Enzo Maresca is furious because he doesn't think that restart should have happened.
But I don't think the referee did Chelsea any favours there. He dropped that ball when there was no Chelsea player standing over it.
Oh, it's given away by Chelsea, and then Kane, as he brought down inside the penalty area, he stops and he's given the penalty. What happens next? It's Harry Kane against Chelsea. He takes a sharp intake of breath and then right-footed rifles it into the corner, and Bayern Munich take a 2-0 lead in controversial circumstances.
Don't think any of us fancied Harry Kane to miss.
Palmer is striding up to the edge of the area, gets it back, and arrows it into the top corner. Bayern 2, Chelsea 1.
Stunning goal for Chelsea, and they're right back in it.
Bowie wants a return, gets to the byline, Kane tucks it back, comes towards Elise. It's a stunning stop down to his right by Sanchez.
Oh, what a stop.
Kane comes forward into the penalty area. Chelsea have given the ball away, and Harry Kane is amongst the goals again. And Bayern Munich do have their third goal. Bayern Munich ruthless when they took their chances. Chelsea not so, and that's why Bayern have beaten them by 3-1.
Yeah, never going to be easy, was it? Not in Munich, no chance. Despite a Cole Palmer goal just before half-time, Bayern were far too strong. Questions have got to be asked, though, of the Chelsea defence, who were far too open and made mistakes throughout the night. Gab, the Chelsea defence will have to tighten up in Europe, won't they? That's for sure.
I just don't think the Club World Cup for me wasn't a proper competition. How Liverpool weren't in the competition, how Barcelona weren't in the competition, how Napoli weren't in the competition, doesn't make sense. And I just look at Chalobah and Tosin. I think they're very good defenders, but they're going to get you top 4 season after season. They're not going to win you a Premier League, and they're not going to win you a Champions League. And when they play their proper team, Gnabry, Elise, Diaz, Harry Kane, making runs in behind them, they couldn't handle it last night.
Okay, let's bring in Scott Minto, of course, ex-Chelsea. Scott, very good morning.
Good morning, Scott.
Morning, chaps. How are we?
Good, mate. Scott. So at the highest level we're talking about here, European football, Chelsea defence, is that the problem? Is that the weak link?
Yeah, look, I mean, first of all, I just want to say I think Chelsea fans will be thinking we're back where we belong. Chelsea, it was a great day and great night in Poland, and I was there for talkSPORT, but Chelsea shouldn't be in the second or third tier of European football. Now, you're looking at Bayern Munich, and whatever you say about the Bundesliga, Bayern Munich are one of the top teams in Europe, and that could easily have been a Champions League semi-final. So it's always going to be a difficult place to go. So one, Chelsea are back in the Champions League for the first time in a few years. Two, their first game is Bayern Munich away. It was always going to be difficult.
Yeah.
I found it really interesting that the team selection, you went as close to the Club World Cup final team selection as possible. And while I personally don't like Reece James in midfield, I think he's better at right back. He can always throw at me. Well, look what we did to PSG. But if you look at the goals individually, one, there's no way that Joao Pedro should have been left on his own in a 1-on-1 against Michael Elise. Someone should have gone out to help him. Two, Moises Caicedo, what's he doing trying to make that type of challenge that he makes regularly in the centre circle? You can't do it in the box. And then three, Malagusto, who I actually thought had a good game, but obviously made a really bad mistake to make it 3-1. You've got to, it's small details when you're playing against the best teams, and you cannot afford to make mistakes like that. In the first half especially, I didn't think Chelsea played bad. So I think they'll be okay. I really do.
Do you make them favourites of the weekend, Scott, up at Old Trafford? You know, United, still questions been asked about Man United. Chelsea have got to be favourites, haven't they?
Well, you'd say that, but the record at United is not good, and there's something about Man United against the top teams when they pick and choose, you know, who they play well against. It's not a good record for Chelsea at Old Trafford. I'll be there for Malaysia TV. I'm really looking forward to it. But I think it's really important. We've spoken, haven't we, about how it's one thing to combine the Premier League and the Europa Conference League, and another thing, the Premier League and the Champions League. And these are the games where Gabs knows, you know, Villa struggled last season straight after a Champions League game. So it's a big game. I think it's great that it's a big game, but I do think there's a big enough squad there to rotate, and he can look and look, United are not a great side at the moment, and this should be a good time to play them.
Scotty, I look at last night and I agree the goals for mistakes. I mean, Harry Kane was clinical in his second goal, but I feel like Elise had a chance he should have scored when if he put him more to the left-hand side, he scores. Keeper makes a great save. Harry Kane, a couple more chances as well. But I just look at Chelsea, mate, and I look at that squad of players that they've got there, including Sterling and Disasi, over £1.1 billion that squad's worth. Todd Bowley, since he's come in, has spent £2 billion. And yes, Levi Colwill, very good player, injured. But how have you not got like a world-class partnership? Badia Shile brought in for big money, not good enough. Disasi brought in for big money, not good enough. I don't think we talk about enough about the players that Chelsea have brought in that haven't worked.
Yeah, Koulibaly came and went as well, didn't he? And Wes Fofana is just only coming back from fitness. He seems to be constantly injured all the time. Look, I agree with you. I mean, look, the money has been spent, and I've been saying for some time now, the spine of the team is just so important, and it seems like central midfield is more than good enough.
Yeah.
Up front, I was disappointed to see Nicholas Jackson go on loan to Bayern Munich, to be honest with you. And I don't know what you two think being strikers, but if you've got one striker up front, you've almost got to always assume one's going to be injured, one's going to be playing, and then one you've got the option off the bench. And with him going, and I know they've got Mark Gahey there, but he's a 19-year-old kid still getting used to playing English football. But the centre-halves, absolutely. I mean, to be fair to Robert Sanchez, I've not been his biggest fan, but he had a really good game last night, and he's actually stepped it up, and he's cutting out those mistakes. But you know, look, you're right. To win the Premier League, to win the Champions League, you need a world-class striker, world-class centre-halves, world-class midfielders, and lots of options up front. And they haven't got all of those.
Scott, enjoy the weekend, mate.
Thank you, Scotty. Top man, mate.
Real good weekend of football. 3 derbies.
Yep.
2 London derbies, West Ham Palace. Fulham against Brentford. That's a good game. That'll be an open game. And Liverpool Everton, of course.
Yes, big game.
Thanks to Scott Minto. Coming up, we're going to be joined by former Liverpool midfielder Charlie Adam to find out if Liverpool are showing champions form with those late goals. Or are they getting a little bit fortunate? Will the luck run out? That's coming next.
how did it all begin? Incredibly, the first Lions tour was organised and funded by three men who played in England's first ever Test cricket match: opening bowler Alfred Shaw, opening batsman Arthur Shrewsbury and captain James Lillywhite. The 1888 Lions squad, then made up of 17 English, 4 Scots and 1 Welshman and a Northern Irishman, took a 46-day boat trip to New Zealand before heading to Australia. The Lions weren't alone on the boat. Also on board were 300 stoats and weasels, who were brought over to eliminate New Zealand's rabbit problem. The first ever Lions captain, Robert Seddon, died of drowning midway through the tour while sculling on a river. Andrew Stoddart, who was another of the cricketers there, took over and was the star of the tour. The next one was the first to get official recognition from the RFU against the newly formed Springboks. Although the Lions won the series and beat the Boks again 5 years later, in the 12 series since in South Africa, they've only won 2. New Zealand has proved an even tougher hunting ground, just the 1 series win for the Lions in 11 attempts, which came in 1971. And then there was that nail-shredding drawn series in 2017, only the second in Lions history. Only once have the Lions clinched a series after losing the first test, 1989, when David Campese's infamous ghost pass was pounced upon by Ian Evans. Before World War II, the Lions had a dark blue strip, which on the 1930 tour forced the All Blacks to play in all white. So in 1950, the iconic red shirts, white shorts and blue and green socks combination was born. It remains the symbol of the greatest alliance of adversaries in all of sport. To borrow the phrase from Jim Telfer, the Lions is Everest.
Right, Gabby, what does Ed do?
I don't know, mate.
I mean, he gets in the train from Leigh-on-Sea, comes up here, sits down for about 6 hours, does nothing, walks away with a couple of grand a week.
They've got it easy, haven't they, Al? They've got it easy back there, mate. Yeah.
Right, coming up 5 minutes after 8 o'clock, talkSPORT Breakfast with me, Brazil, Gabby and Arnold Clark. Get the UK's best used car deals guaranteed. On the way this morning, we'll find out why Chris Eubank Jr. Was called a few expletives by Eddie Hearn at yesterday's press conference. Old teammate and former Barca striker Stevie Archibald will kick off the build-up to Newcastle, welcoming the Spaniards to St James's Park live on talkSPORT tonight. And we're going to be joined by the legend, it's Peter Reid, to look ahead to City against Napoli tonight. And his old club Sunderland made a flying start in the Premier League, and of course we have the Merseyside derby. Now, though, Liverpool have won all 5 games that they've played this season, and every winner, it's amazing, has been scored in the 83rd minute or later. They've also thrown away a 2-0 lead 3 times already, but have turned all the games around. We also we witnessed Alexander Isak in a red shirt for the first time. He lasted 58 minutes. And here's what his boss, Arnie, made of his debut.
I was positively surprised by how fit he was during that 60 minutes, but that maybe probably tells you that it might be a difference to sign a 20-year-old from a different league, or a 20-year-old or a 25, 26-year-old that's used to play in this league. Although he only trained for 2 weeks, he has so much games under his belt that he's probably more able to already be ready for 60. But so I was positively surprised how fit he was. I wasn't surprised about his quality, because that's what we all know. You don't have to be a manager to recognize how much quality he has. But it's always nice to see if a player starts the way he starts, like Hugo started, Kitike started the same as he did. So yeah, good start. Only 60 minutes now. We have to build him up from here.
Well, he's an athlete, isn't he? No doubt about it. Gab, I meant to ask you. You mentioned earlier you won Coach of the Year coaching that your daughter's.
I didn't say Coach of the Year.
Yeah, you did.
I did that.
What ages are they, and what do you coach them?
Under 15s.
Yeah, and what do you coach them? Can they play offside?
Yeah, everything.
Really?
Yeah, of course. Yeah. It's not 1970 when you played, when it wasn't offsides. It was offsides now, mate.
Yeah, but you don't know the rules, and I bet half of them don't know the rules.
No, you know what? I enjoy it, mate. They're really good girls, all keen to
you
learn.
ignore your son, but you take your daughter.
Yeah, that's what you do. Yeah, you're the same with your daughters. You ignore your son.
I'd take my son to football, but I don't
Wouldn't. No, you wouldn't.
Yeah, I would.
You definitely favour the girls.
Where does your daughter play?
Centre half. Quick, strong, aggressive.
Yeah?
Kicks
Head
people.
the ball?
Sometimes. They're not coached to now, are they? Got to try and avoid heading it really as much as you can.
Oh, don't give me that. That's part of the
No,
game.
but I'm saying training sessions. You don't see any.
Oh, in training.
You don't head the ball in training. In a game, you do. But yes, he's strong, aggressive, listens as well, understanding the game, and the standards
Right
getting
foot,
better.
left foot, both?
Both.
All right. Okay.
Just like me. Did you use it both feet or just left-footed?
Left.
You were an outside of the left foot person, weren't you? He was on your right foot.
After I scored, I used to.
Here we go.
I used to get goals my right, but my left foot was. I broke my leg when I was a kid, so I kicked with my left. I'm right-handed.
So when you scored 5 in that one game, any of your right foot? In that
Yes,
game?
one a cracker, top corner.
With your right foot?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Everyone that comes on says you were a good player, man.
That was not bad. Not bad.
Yeah.
Right, we move on, Gab. So I'm pleased.
Coaching's going well. I done my badges with Amram, didn't I? So
No,
I'm
you
using them.
didn't. That's your Boy Scout badges.
I honestly done my badges with him, my good pal
In
Ruben.
Belfast for a jolly. Yeah, I'm not having it. I'm not having it, Gab. Right, okay. Ekitike was the man to replace Isak just before the hour mark. Good to see Isak. Look, Liverpool fans delighted, Newcastle fans not. But look, he's too good a player not to be playing. So Liverpool showing champions form now with the late goals. Are they getting a wee bit lucky? Will they dry up? Let's get thoughts now of former Reds midfielder. Very, very good morning to Charlie Adam. Charlie, hiya, pal.
Good morning, Charlie.
Good morning, guys. Morning.
Charlie, good to see Isak back. Liverpool, they've not hit top form yet, and yet you look at the results they've had, brilliant.
Yeah, listen, they picked up brilliant wins, haven't they, over the start of the season. 5 late goals that have given them, the victories, and again last night. I think it doesn't come down to luck. I think it's a lot of the mental side of the game and the fitness of the boys that they're still going. It was easy. It could have been easy for the set play last night to be hit to the front post, but they still set up the same routine, what they look for. Van Dijk getting short, and dragging his defender and then coming in behind, and it's a wonderful header. So I think a lot of it comes down to good fitness, the top fitness levels from them, that they're still at it at 92, 93 minutes looking for their winning goals, and for me that's a sign of a good side. But no, they've started the season by winning football matches, and that confidence will come. Obviously, there's a lot of new players within the group. Isak's obviously been a transfer saga a lot of the summer, and they'll be delighted to get over the line and to get 60 minutes into him in a big game against Atletico Madrid before a big derby match. They'll be delighted with that.
Oh, should be a cracker. Charlie, why so many late goals now in the Premier? It's incredible. 90 plus, 90 plus, 90. What's happening? Are players switching off, or is the game so fast now they just get a bit of fatigue?
No, there is. I think there is that fatigue, and I think that the levels and intensity of the Premier League are incredible. I think that the levels have gone up since I was in the Premier League. I think over 5 years ago, and the levels now are at top level, and every team can go to the end. But again, switching off set play. It's very hard to mark Van Dijk in terms of, when you get him 1v1 in a set play situation. He's so strong and his movement's very good, and ultimately you need the delivery, and they've got the delivery. Obviously losing Trent, but now they've got Wirtz, they've got people like that can go and deliver on the money, and they can cause you a lot of problems.
Charlie, I thought Liverpool were outstanding going forward yesterday. I mean, some of the link-up play, Wirtz, Isak, obviously Salah was back to his best, but people keep talking about Ekitike won't be happy now and he's not going to get the game time. He can play off that left-hand side, can't he? Isak has played off that left-hand side before as well. So the rotation will happen. And I look at Liverpool's bench yesterday. Kirkes, Gomez, Leone, Bradley, McAllister, Rio, Ekitike, Endo. They've got good squad depth now, haven't they, with quality that everyone can be rotated.
Yeah, and I think, again, that's what they want. You want strength and depth in your squad. Of course, the lads want to be playing, but, if the manager will be talking to the players that are not playing probably more than the ones that are playing, and saying, listen, your opportunity will come. You wait, coming into a new club, different country. But Isak, for me, is one of the best number 9s in the world. Yeah. He's obviously going to play. And again, it comes down to the form. Salah won't be dropped. He'll play. It now just basically comes between Gakpo and Ekitike, who plays on that left-hand side. But, Ingamo's done really well coming off the bench, young player as well. So, I think Liverpool are in a great position in terms of squad depth and quality within that squad. And that's what you need when you want to win the big trophies. You need a good squad and good players. And again, there's not a drop-off in terms of the quality if they do make changes. And ultimately, that's why they've bought so heavy this summer.
Charlie, I don't know last time you were home, but I've got to ask you, what the hell is going on at Ibrox?
Yeah, it's been a tough situation, tough start of the season, isn't it? I thought it was a good appointment in terms of the start of the season. For whatever reason, at the moment, it doesn't seem to be clicking. There's obviously been problems in terms of within the group with the manager, and now the supporters are still starting to turn quickly as well. So, yeah, it's not a nice thing to see, but they have to get results. They have to try and find results to try and quieten that noise. And again, listen, the supporters have made their mind up on what the manager is. But, I felt Russell was a good appointment. He's got a good playing style. He understands what he wants to do. But at the moment, it seems to be going through a tough period. And the biggest thing he has to do is try and win football matches. But at the moment, they're not doing that. And he needs to get his best players in the team. He needs to get Raskin back in the team and get an opportunity for him to be playing. Then he'll make Rangers better. But yeah, it's been a tough start to the season, and they've got a tough game at the weekend against Hibs in the Cup.
Yeah, and new ownership from Hearts. Can Hearts be a threat here from the Brighton owner?
I didn't think so. Al, a few weeks ago, but I tell you what, Derek's done a brilliant job. An unbelievable job bringing the players that he's brought in, getting that togetherness. Brighton again through Tony Bloom and Paul Barber have done a brilliant job in a football club in terms of how they built it and the numbers that they do, the data stuff, and incredible again. So, Hearts is a lot of people in England won't realise, but they're all big. They're big clubs. Aberdeen, your Hearts, your Hibs. They're big clubs in terms of the supporters and fan bases. And it'll be good to get a good challenge between the all of them because they've dominated for so long. But Rangers have to sort themselves out because at the moment it's not going good. And like you say, Celtic 9 points clear, and they're now having to go to the board and the owners as well. So it's a difficult situation in Scotland at the moment with a lot of clubs. But I'd probably say Hibs and Hearts are probably the most stable in terms of with the support and the fan base and the clubs and with the manager. So yeah, it's a difficult time in Scotland, but we've got a good product and we need to try and talk it up because there's a lot of good players in Scotland as well.
Charlie, I think as well that it's been disappointing in recent seasons for Rangers, and to start this season now, new manager, and he looks like it's getting worse. I know the ownership are behind Russell Martin, but we all know in football, once you lose the fans and they start protesting and they're walking out, you don't really last long. And if you're the ownership, you're looking at Raskin, aren't you? And you're saying one of your better players, you're not playing him. The team look like they need him in the midfield area. He's playing for his country, Belgium, so he's got to be a good player. That could be one of the reasons why he does lose his job, Russell Martin, if he can't clear up what's happened between them both and get him back in the starting team.
Yeah, again, there's the transfer window's closed. There's no movement in that, and Rangers couldn't afford for a player like Nico Raskin, who's a high value inside, is in the club. He's got a big value, so they can't afford for him to be sat in the stands for the next 4 months till January. So they have to come to a solution, and that's with Kevin, the owners, with the manager. Again, we're not privy to what goes on inside the football club. These chats might have happened, and he might be back in the squad or playing the weekend. But of course, there's a disagreement within the group, the players. Unfortunately, that's what happens. That's part of the game. If a player, is doing something different from what the other lads want to do, then again, of course, the players are not going to be happy. The manager has to make a stance on it. It'd be wrong for him not to make a stance on if something's unless we know what's actually happened in the situation. Then we're just going blind and making comments. But there is obviously an issue, and the manager has got to deal with that over the international break. And hopefully now that that's been ironed out, and let's say they can get the best players back on the pitch and try and get some rhythm within the team and getting that. But ultimately, what it comes down to is winning football matches, and let's say it doesn't matter if you're Rangers manager or any manager, you want to win as many games as you can, but to add that pressure by not winning, that doesn't help you.
Charlie, just finally, you're at Anfield for us. Have you bumped into Moisey lately?
No, I've not. I've seen him at Lytham Festivals not so long ago, but good. He's in good form. I spoke to him a couple of times since I've seen him, and he's delighted, I think, with what the business they've done and so far. Some of the players that they've signed top level, and they've performed at a good level so far. But again, what I like about what they're doing is that they're demanding from the players, this is where we want to finish. We're not here to finish relegation zones and above the line. We're here to be top 10. We want to be a club that's challenging like before, and that's been proven by the signings that have made. Got a good group of players there, good staff, and it's going to be a cracker. I think that Everton are coming in with a real good chance of getting an opportunity to win a derby match for a number of years. I think they've got a good side there. Grealish, Dewsbury Hall coming into form as well. So, no, it should be a cracker.
Charlie, enjoy it, mate. Thank you.
Top man, Charlie.
For joining us, Charlie Adam.
Thank
there. Former Liverpool midfield player Charlie Adams on co-coms for live and exclusive commentary this weekend. The Merseyside derby, 12:30 kick-off, so don't make sure you tune in for that one. Gabby hasn't been asked back once again. The boss said Gabby struggles to concentrate for 90 minutes. Gabby, I think they've got to give you another go at commentary. Look, it's never easy doing your first one. And
we've got a break, mate.
You got the wrong stadium, you got the wrong centre forward. It doesn't matter. You'll get better. Coming up, we look ahead to tonight's huge action in the Champions League.
The Coral Daily Download on talkSPORT. Brought to you by Coral, the home of the free-to-play Golden Rewards Shaker. 18 plus max 1 reward per player per selected Shaker day. 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. Restrictions and T's and C's apply. Gambleaware.org.
What was the score with? Oh, sorry. .23 on talkSPORT. Right, here we go. Time now for the latest sporting odds with Coral and our good pal Dave Stevens. Steve-O, very good morning.
Good morning, Steve-O.
Gentlemen, a very, very good morning. Gab, Coach of the Year. I didn't realise you'd pick that accolade up. That's some achievement. Well done.
Listen, some people go to Belfast, get their coaching badges, and they have great careers in management. Some struggle, are stubborn, don't want to change their tactics, and might be out of a job soon, Steve-O.
I feel you've probably done a better job than Ruben Amorim.
Exactly. I really have, mate.
He didn't learn enough from you, it feels like.
Yeah, if I didn't have such a great job working with Alan, maybe I'd go into, coaching Manchester United one day, Steve-O.
Yeah, but Steve-O, his girls, they call him Burcelli or Stevie Wonder or Roy Orbison. So I don't think he's a great coach, but
this guy.
Coach of the Year doesn't lie.
Steve-O, where do we start? What about the Ryder Cup? Let's crack on with the golf. We can do the football in a minute.
Of all the places we were going to start, that wasn't the one I was thinking of. Next weekend,
to catch you out, Steve-O.
Well, you've done that, Al. I thought we'd start by talking about our successful horse racing at the weekend, but we can come on to that.
By the way, a couple of nice Barney Rubbles, wasn't there? Get in there.
Yeah, lovely. The Noozles too that won, obviously. And then what a great weekend for Aidan. But as I say, look, we're on the golf. Where's it kick off? This time next week, doesn't it, I think?
Yeah.
This time tomorrow, next Friday. New York, Bethpage, gonna be hostile, gonna be lively. And it's pretty close. The Americans, slight favourites, home advantage, 8-11. Europe, 11-8. A tie, 11-1. I think the tie is a real runner.
Do you?
In this Ryder Cup. I do, Al. I think these teams are so closely matched. I know the Americans on world rankings, I think all their players are in the top 20 in the world. But
yeah, I think we have got the talent to beat them, Steve-O. I do.
Yeah. And it's always been a case of the Americans haven't always gelled as a team, whereas the Europeans generally have. We got some great characters in there, obviously the likes of John Rahm. Love it. We got Rory, who's had a brilliant year. So yeah, this is one of it. You're a big fan of the Ryder Cup, Gab?
I do like the Ryder Cup, yes. I'm looking forward to it coming to the Belfry again, like Alan was there yesterday.
It's not going to be for a while, though. I was asking yesterday, last night. I don't know. It's Adair Manor, JP's place.
Oh, okay. Nice.
And that's beautiful, by the way.
That'd be a good OB for us.
Oh, I'm at Glen Eagles next week, a week on Friday. Looking forward to that. Can't wait. You have to get the clubs out, Steve-O.
Well, I don't have time, do I? Unlike you boys, you're 3 days a week.
Married life, Steve-O? No time?
Aye.
Married life.
Exactly, Gab, exactly.
Yeah. Steve-O, well, you the first week in October, you will be taking Mrs. Stevens, the lovely Mrs. Stevens, I should say,
Yes.
Mrs. Angel, Mrs. Whispering Angel, to Gay Paris.
Yeah, that's a cultural trip, obviously, to Paris every year for the Arc, Al. Wide open Arc, by the way.
I know.
I don't think we'll see either of the winners, Delacroix or Scandinavia. Delacroix was brilliant in the Irish Champion Stakes, the Coral Eclipse winner. Scandinavia, I think his future is over further. He could go to Melbourne for the Melbourne Cup. But I like a horse called Dariz in the Arc, who finished second at Longchamp on Sunday in his prep in the famous Aga Khan Silk.
And I watched that race.
Yeah.
Just running on lovely towards the end. And not exactly... it wasn't a hard race either for him.
And the extra 2 furlongs of the Arc will be right up this horse's street as a son of See the Stars, who was a brilliant winner of the Arc back in 2009.
Yeah, absolutely. Steve-O, Champions Day as well coming up as well. We got the Dewhurst, we got loads coming up, haven't we?
It's a great time of year.
Steve-O, what about skinny football? Tonight's games for a start.
Steve-O, what can you give me, mate? We'll come to Man City and Napoli and Newcastle and Barcelona. 2 draws in that game. What can you give me, mate?
Oh, you love draws, don't you?
Yeah, I do love the draws.
Have you ever had a draw? I mean, drawn a bit already.
Hold on, I'm trying to get this up. That's going to be about 3-1, 5.5, about 14-1, Gab, the double on the draws.
I'm all over it.
I'll take your bet.
I'll take it with you.
Yeah, I'll take your bet.
All right,
Just
then. You'll
forget
take it.
Steve, will just over here. Over
I mean,
here.
look, there's a couple of players to pick out in the Man City Napoli game. Obviously, Man City are odds on to win it 4-6.
Yes.
Napoli just a shade short of 4-1. But obviously, De Bruyne back to the Etihad. He's 5-1 score anytime. And Scott McTominay, who is an absolute star of this title-winning Napoli side, isn't he?
What a story! Brilliant.
Yeah, he's 4-1 to score any time as well. City, indifferent start to the season, it's got to be said. Pep was sort of saying, we're not contenders in this Champions League. Of course they are. But as I say, they've struggled for a little bit of consistency. And then the atmosphere up at St James's Park tonight, chaps, is going to be something else, isn't it? Newcastle versus Barcelona.
Who's favourites, Steve-o?
Who do you think, Gab?
I'll say Newcastle.
I'd say Barca.
The slightest favourites, Newcastle, 6-4.
What do I know?
13-8 Barcelona, 13-5 the draw. There's no Yamal for Barcelona, which is a blow for them.
Yes.
But Nick Waltermarder, I don't know if I've probably butchered his name there. Newcastle's new signing, of course, he's 9-2 to open the scoring. But as I say, it's going to be a fantastic atmosphere up at St James's Park.
I remember Bobby
isn't it?
Robson's Barca playing Newcastle beating Barcelona at St James's. What a game that was!
Yes.
I remember, is that the game it
Hat-trick.
might have been Tino Asprilla scored a hat-trick.
Yes.
Absolutely. Great
Yeah.
hat-trick.
Steve-o, can you give me 16-1 then if Alan's going to match you on 14-1?
I'll let you and Mr. Brazil negotiate.
You got to ask the boss, John Hills.
All right, I'll phone John Hill. Yeah, I'll give him a shout.
And Gab, I heard you talking yesterday to Simon about Villa to score this weekend.
Yes.
Surely, you're 1-4, 4-1 on to get on the score sheet.
Sunderland are decent, mate, at the moment. They've spent a lot of money, over 150 million. Won't be
11
easy,
to
Steve-o.
10 Villa, 11
Stop
to
making
10 favourites
excuses
Villa.
already. Steve, when's the Air Gold Cup? That's got to be soon, isn't it?
Saturday, yeah, absolutely. We'll have the draw for that today. A horse called Northern Ticker, named after a chap who was having open heart surgery when he bought this horse, basically. Hence why it's called Northern Ticker. He's a 6-1 shot for Michael Dodds.
I bet they cashed a cheque quickly, didn't they? He was flying off.
But also look out on Saturday, Al, at Newbury in the Dubai Duty Free Mill Reef Stakes. Running honour of Jeff Lewis.
Lovely.
Of course, was the jockey of Mill Reef.
Hold on,
But as
listen,
a
Gab.
Sorry, go on, Steve.
big gamble on a horse called Into the Sky. He bolted up on debut at Newbury, trained by Jim Boyle at Epsom, and the Tabors, Michael Tabor has bought into it. It's going to run in his wife's colours.
Roger, I'll be calling.
Steve-o, we're 4 minutes late to breaking. We've got a break, mate.
I'm talking to my mate.
Oh, okay,
Don't
sorry.
worry about it. You just got on with your notes. Steve, have a great day and a great...
Thank you, gents.
Cheers, Steve-o.
And a great weekend, pal. Thank you,
Get us in
Dave
trouble, you
Stevens.
are, mate. Break.
What a life he's got. What a life, Steve-o.
Break.
I will break when I want, Gab.
Ow, look at the evils you get in off Ollie.
I can't see him. There's something in the way. And do I take any notice of Ollie?
No, you don't, mate. No. Sorry, I forgot.
Right, what we got coming up? That was the latest odds, all thanks to Coral18plusgambleaware.org. You've got to get that in, Gabby.
Okay,
Coming up, we turn our attention to Marcus Rashford's return to England as Newcastle take on Barcelona. Just how difficult it is to prove yourself to the Barcelona faithful, we'll find out next with Stevie Archibald.
The Coral Daily Download on talkSPORT. Brought to you by Coral, the home of the free-to-play Golden Rewards Shaker. 18 plus max 1 reward per player per selected Shaker day. 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. Restrictions and T's and C's apply. Gambleaware.org.
What football ground are you thinking of when someone says this?
Really tough place to go. Difficult place to go. Such a tough place to go.
It's a tough place to go at the moment.
It was a really difficult place to go.
But what are the toughest places to go, really? We've had a look. Forget a cold, wet Tuesday night in Stoke. Try a blizzard 220 miles inside the Arctic Circle. When Chelsea lost at Tromsø in Norway in the Cup Winners' Cup, a massive snowstorm hit at half-time. These two boys and their brooms were absolutely no match for it. We're staying in Scandinavia for Scotland's toughest away day on the side of a cliff in the Faroe Islands in Euro 2000 qualifying. The pitch at Toftir was like a cow field, never mind those gale force winds. The Faroe Islands part-timers equalised in stoppage time. Cue Scandi scenes. But away trips don't come tougher than playing Bolivia at altitude in La Paz. Or so we thought. The Bolivians have now taken home advantage to another level, literally 500 metres further up the Andes to the country's highest city, El Alto, 4,100 metres above sea level. Meanwhile, the loudest stadium in world football officially is the Ali Sami Yen, where Galatasaray fans set a world record of 131 decibels. That's louder than Motorhead. But our most intimidating away day is in Wales. Prison team HMP Prescoed was briefly kicked out the Gwent League over concerns about young opposition having to go in there. Now that's a tough place to go.
Thank you, Donald. Where's your trousers? 24 minutes to 9 o'clock. Did I hear you say you're heading to Leeds tomorrow?
No, I did not.
I think I did.
No, I didn't.
I think I did.
Why would I be going
Why
Leeds
are you
for?
going to Leeds?
Why would I be going to Leeds?
I don't know. You know.
You're making things up, mate.
Try and get some support.
I'm not going to Leeds, no.
You are.
I'm
Tell
not.
the truth. You
No.
stop lying.
I'm not saying anything, mate.
You're going to Leeds.
No, I'm
Why?
not.
He is. He is. Leeds
What's up
fans
here?
hate him.
What's up here?
I'm not nothing.
Why are you
other
telling
than-
them forward to be ready for me?
talkSPORT breakfast with me, Alan Brazil, and Gabby I hate Leeds Agbonlahor. And Arnold Clark gets $7.50 off any used electric car or home charger. Have you got an electric car, Gab?
No, man, not
Range
for me,
Rover,
mate.
no?
No, not for me. What about you? Do you like him?
No, I don't. No, I don't trust them at the moment. Now you wait to the. Look, I've got to be careful because there's a big push on at the moment, right?
Yeah.
But if we have a cold winter and you've got your car charged up, and you've got 3 passengers, windscreen wipers on, and the heater on, you watch that dial just go down and down and down.
You see, like yesterday, you drove to the Belfry and back. You'd have to charge it. You'd have to find somewhere to charge it.
Yeah.
Halfway.
No, I know.
That's annoying.
Anyway, that's we'll get in trouble.
Yeah.
Right. Because Arnold Clark are really big on electric
Yeah,
cars.
I love
as
electric
well.
cars.
Sorry, Arnold. Get £750 off any used electric car or home charger. Way! Because them home chargers are brilliant now.
Yeah,
All eyes on the
that's
northeast tonight is Barca in town. Yeah, that's right. Newcastle against Barcelona tonight, St James's Park. It's going to be a cracker, won't it? Live on talkSPORT. Yamal is out of the game. What a shame, because he's a great player.
Yes.
Great for Newcastle, but for a spectacle, what a player. So does that mean we could see Rashford start? It's been a mixed start for Marcus in Spain, with many not convinced just yet. So just how hard is it to prove yourself to the Barcelona faithful? Let's ask former Barcelona striker, of course, Aberdeen Spurs, Stevie Archibald joins us. Stevie, morning.
Morning, Stevie.
Morning, Alan. How are you?
Very, very well. Long time no speak, Stevie. And Barcelona's very dear to your heart. I made my European debut there in the new camp. Whoa, terrifying.
Yeah, it's a fantastic club and with a great support, as you can imagine. Won
plenty of things throughout the year, and it was a wonderful place to play. I really enjoyed it. Great change of life, sunshine every day, you know.
Yeah.
It was an excellent, great place.
Where are you living now? You over in Spain or are you back home?
Yeah, I'm in Barcelona.
Oh, lovely, 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 lovely. And
I've got my little
dandy-
flag there. Can you see my little flag?
No.
In the balcony.
Oh, right, of course.
My little Scottish flag.
And that dandy Don, what's his name over there? Graham, what's his
Graham
name?
Hunter.
I bet you can't get rid of him.
He just lives up the road, funnily enough.
Does he really? I was with
It's
Ozzy and the
hard-
boys last weekend. Your name came up, if that's for Ozzy's.
Yeah, he's a good boy.
Brilliant. So, some great games we've had in the past when Bobby was manager of Newcastle. How do you see this one going? Newcastle are slight favourites, Stevie.
I think exactly. I think Newcastle they have a chance. I think that the Barca team, you know, I think that you know, they won the league and they've won the league and they're playing well. And the last game last week was, I think it was 6-0 against 6-0 I think it was in the last match. So they're flying a bit. They've got Lewandowski back as well after a bit of an injury. And but you're right, Lamal will be a blow for them not to have him. But I think they're a little bit vulnerable at the back. And I think the way that Newcastle play, I think it'll provide for a brilliant game. I think Newcastle have got to start hard, fast, and push. And I think they might get something early on if they do that. If they let Barcelona settle into the game, Alan, you know, they're fantastic passers and they can keep possession. They don't worry and they bide their time and they've got great patience and they can score goals, especially with Lewandowski back now.
Steve, you're totally right there. I think Newcastle will cause Barcelona's high line a lot of problems tonight. He runs in behind. But also, even if Yamal is out tonight, the weekend, 6-0 against Valencia, Rafinha got 2, Lewandowski 2, Lopez 2, 13 goals in 4 games already in the league for Barcelona. They've got some threat going forward.
Yeah, but I think that you know, Barcelona won half the games before the games even started because teams are you know, really wary of them and the players that they have. But I don't think that'll be the case with Newcastle. I think they've got a really strong mentality. And but as I said before, if you let them settle in, they'll give you a really hard night. But I don't think Newcastle will do that, and I think they can knock them off balance. And I think the high line you just mentioned is sometimes I look at it and I think that's absolute madness. And you know, if I was playing now, I could probably catch them. It's just timing of runs to break that line, and they play it to suicide level sometimes, but it makes it a really fun game, let's say.
What about the fans? Have they taken to Rashford yet, Marcus? You know, it was a bold movie because I would imagine, you know, the fans at the Nou Camp Barcelona, you know, they're looking for a good start. Has he had a good start? Have they taken to him yet, Stevie, or is it going to take time?
Yeah, no, I think it'll take a bit. They'll have to. They've given him a chance. To be fair, they won't. They're not going to rush him, and they're not going to rush him because things are going well. But if things start to go not so well, then they'll be looking to pressure him a little bit more. But right now, he's getting a chance. He's working his way into it and get to know the league and the football and play with the hot weather, etc. And so he's got a chance, but he's not setting the hell on fire yet, as you can imagine.
Yamal, what a player he is, by the way. Talk about exciting youngster with so much confidence, unbelievable.
Yeah. He's just a baby, really. And but he's been brought up in the right environment, Alan, and that's the all-important thing. He gets a chance. They don't push him too much. They encourage him. They give him the right advice, and that on top of a natural talent, and also the players that he's playing with. You know, it's a great way to come through.
Yeah.
From such a young age and become the star of the team.
By the way, Stevie, just back in, I don't know if you're following that much, Scottish football, the Premier, strange. Celtic are not exactly firing. Rangers are having a disaster. Hearts up there. And I was hoping Aberdeen were going to challenge as well. How do you see it?
Yeah.
Do you think there'll be all change at Ibrox, or are they going to give this guy a chance?
I don't know. I think he's you know, at a club at that level and the expectation level at the club, I don't think you get too much of a chance. If your team is playing and you're not winning games, then but if your team are playing well, and the fans, because you can't fool the fans, Alan, you know that. You can't fool them. They know what's right and what's wrong. But if they can see a progression that's getting better, then they'll go with you. But if they don't, then you're your life at that club is not going to be lasting that long. And I think football today is what it is. It's immediate success. If not, then you're gone.
Just on a nice note, spoke to big Alex McLeish last week. He's in great form, so I was delighted.
Yeah, he's a good guy. He was over here a few months ago. We went out for dinner, had a great night with his family, my family, and it was, we come from way back, as you know, at Aberdeen, and we won the league together, and we've got a special relationship. That whole group have actually.
Yeah.
But Big Man and me got on really, really well.
And I'll see John Hewitt next week up at Glen Eagles.
Give him my very best. I've not seen John Hewitt for a long, long time.
He's in good form. Good form. Stevie, great to talk again.
Thank you,
Take
Steve.
care.
And
enjoy
John.
the weekend. Thank you.
Thanks, mate. All the best.
Stevie Archibald there over in Barcelona. There you go. Not easy to go there, by the way.
No. But he had a great assist on the weekend, Rashford, for Lewandowski. Oh, sorry, for Rafinha.
Great touch, Stevie Archibald. Great touch. Knock it in on sticks.
Did you learn? From him?
Well, we were sort of same sort of era and
same level.
Aberdeen knocked us out. They knocked that good Ipswich side out of the UEFA Cup under Fergie. They're a top side. Did
same level used to, or
so I went to Spurs and Stevie. Stevie was ahead of me. Don't worry about that.
Oh, okay.
I'm trying to think. 82 World Cup. I played a couple of games. Played the first game. Maybe Stevie didn't play. So look, he was a top player.
Does he score 5 goals in the game?
I've no idea. You have to ask him. Gab.
Interesting.
Right, and why are you going to Leeds tomorrow? Still to come on breakfast.
Superstar Breakfast preview on talkSPORT with Benchmarks Kitchens and Joinery. Get trade prices on kitchens to suit all styles and budgets at Benchmarks.
I tell you what he did have. He had a brilliant relationship with Garth Crooks. Crooks and Archibald were great together. Oh, yeah. Electric they were. Right, talkSPORT boxing pundit Gareth A. Davis will join us after the press conference between Eubank Jr. and Conor Benn yesterday. That got a bit lively. Did you hear it?
You talk from you. You get what's coming to you. It doesn't matter. You can do that.
Don't forget, City's huge game tonight against Italian champions Napoli. And the return of a certain Kevin De Bruyne, former City midfielder Peter Reid will be with us to look ahead to that one. Plenty to come. 8:45.
Superstar Breakfast preview on talkSPORT with Travis Perkins. With 250 hire branches nationwide, it's easy to hire at Travis Perkins.
Gabby, the truth is... people are scared of the truth. You should be. This is talkSPORT Breakfast with Gabby. Thanks to Arnold Clark Charge, we get some electrifying cash prizes up for grabs on talkSPORT in our EV Lover competition. Along with fully charged amounts of cash to give away, we've also got 3 places up for grabs to take part in our grand final in Glasgow next month, where one lucky winner will get their hands on a fantastic new MGS 5 electric car.
Lovely.
Forward, Gabby.
Yes.
So get involved. Simply head to talksport.com/win and get your entry in. It's all thanks to Arnold Clark Charge. Ultra rapid EV charging at an ultra low price. Find out more at arnoldclark.com.
Yes.
Some people love them, don't they?
They're important for the environment, mate.
Some people love them, man. Just at the moment, I've still got to be, if I'm being honest, I've got to be persuaded. I'm old-fashioned.
Yeah.
But more and more, and loads of adverts now and telling, isn't there? Loads.
Yeah.
Now, Chris Eubank Jr., this was highly charged. Wow. And Conor Benn held the first press conference at the Spurs stadium yesterday ahead of the rematch later this year. That'll be a cracking fight. But things turned a little bit ugly between Eubank and Eddie Hearn. Have a little listen to this.
Well, just firstly, Jamie, obviously, just a couple of... You might... Just going to say 30 seconds about Ricky Hatton.
No, there's no 30
Chris, 1 second.
You know the drill.
Chris.
You know the drill. I'm not going to say anything you say.
Okay, then don't listen...
I'm a bad guy.
No.
I'm in this.
All I was going to do was say a few words about Ricky Hatton.
Okay,
words. Okay, I won't say anything about...
Move on with the press conference.
You talk... You get what's coming to you. It doesn't matter. You can do that.
We know the drill.
Ooh. Very heated, wasn't it? Very heated.
I didn't like it.
Let's find out why Eubank was behaving like that. I don't understand it because we're talking about Ricky, weren't they?
Yeah.
We talked with boxing pundit Gareth A. Davis. Gareth, a very good morning.
Good morning, Gareth.
Good morning, Alan. Good morning, Gabby. How are you?
Good, Gareth.
Fresh,
Gareth, just put us straight here. What was going on? I was at a big charity bash last night, and the applaud for Ricky was fantastic, and yet something went amiss there. Something went wrong with Eddie at that press conference. That can you explain what started it all off?
Well, first of all, excuse me. That was the first time that the boxing media community had come together since the passing of Ricky Hatton.
Yeah.
So it was only fit and right that there was a tribute to the late, great Ricky Hatton that's affected all of us over the last few days, and we'll continue to do so. So we'd had a montage tribute up on the big screen to begin the press conference, and a big round of applause. Like you say, Ricky Hatton was a beautiful human being, not a bad bone in his body, but he was struggling with darkness inside him.
Yeah.
Eddie Hearn rightly made a point of wanting to talk about Ricky Hatton just at the beginning of his speech, and alongside him, Conor Benn was wearing the light blue, the Manchester City shirt, all in tribute to Ricky Hatton. But Chris Eubank failed to see this because he was in his own channel. It was a massive faux pas by him, and it rattled Eddie Hearn. And it rattled people in the room at the time, I think. Chris Eubank Jr., like you say, he's very ill-advised to do this at this time. But then he went on a rant about the contract breaches, the fines he had to pay, £500,000 in the first fight, the rehydration clause, the sabotaged weigh-in that he explained about, the biased refereeing and commentary. Now, I'm not sure whether these were genuinely kind of feelings that he was indignant about what happened in that first fight, that he obviously won quite convincingly, kind of 8 rounds to 4 in that brilliant night at Spurs, or whether he was playing the showman here. I think there was a bit of both, and it certainly made, as you say, for a very heated and a very tense, but at times childish press conference, because Chris Eubank Jr. did not want Eddie Hearn to get a look in, and obviously Eddie Hearn's number 2 is Frank Smith, who's engaged or has been a long-term partner of Emily Eubank, Chris Eubank's brother. So you had this dynamic in there again that was fascinating. It kind of needed it to sell the second fight a little bit.
Gareth,
I was
We've seen, was it last year where Frank Warren threatened legal action? Was it against Chris Eubank Jr.? Some of his comments. Is that where Eddie was looking at as well with some of the allegations that Eubank made yesterday?
Yeah, well, one of the allegations that he made, Gabby, was the fact that when he was chronically dehydrated after the fight, that he said, your people had held up my ambulance, blocked my ambulance from leaving Spurs ground for 20 minutes. And Eddie was saying, come on then, say Matchroom, as if to say, we'll sue you if you accuse us of stopping you from leaving the arena. And Eubank's assertion and accusation was, of course, if it had been more serious than just chronic dehydration, because he was in hospital for 36 hours on a drip. He wasn't sweating during the fight at all. He was complaining about, obviously, the rehydration clause. These two are at loggerheads. They're at loggerheads, as you say, because in their first press conference before the fight in April, Chris Eubank Jr. was calling all the promoters, apart from Turki Al Sheikh, dirty rats. That they were conning, conniving people who took. Who basically created slave labour and took it away from fighters. And he was made to apologise, if you recall, just a few hours later by the architect of this family feud fight, Turki Al Sheikh. He was made to go out there and make a public apology. So there's all kinds of things going on behind the scenes. There's no love lost between Eddie Hearn and Chris Eubank Jr.
Will we get an apology from Chris Jr. today, do you think, looking back on it?
Well, if he needs to apologise, it needs to be breaking in on the Ricky Hatton tribute, because
that's what I mean, yeah.
As I say, it was a salutary moment for all of us, because he was strong and in our minds, and that's all people were talking about as we came together for the hour before the press conference started. I think it would do him a hell of a lot of good, gents, if he did come out and say, look, I didn't know, I wasn't hearing what Eddie was saying at the time. He's not a bad person, Chris Eubank. I've known him a long time. And I think that kind of thing where he's lost his own brother, of course, recently, and he's very much a father figure to his nephew out in Dubai, that it would be very well advised to say something today that it's inadvertent interrupting.
Gareth, before you go, Wardley against Parker, there'll be no problems there verbally. Good fight, this one.
It's a really good, we've really stacked up for a good couple of weeks. October the 10th, Dave Allen, Arslanbek Makhmudov in Sheffield.
Big fight.
October the 25th, Joseph Parker and Fabio Wardley. I'm sure you're on the Suffolk boys' side. It's going to be a terrific.
I am, but I do like Joseph. He's been in the studio talkSPORT a few times. Lovely man.
Yes.
I really like. I like them both. But fight night, I'm with the Ipswich boy.
Yeah, absolutely. He's got a great opportunity. He's got equalising power, and if he can land on Joe, then he's got a great opportunity. And the winner, of course, of that contest is likely to face Alexander Usyk. And then we've got these two guys, Ben and Eubank, going at it again. Unfinished business, they're calling it, on November the 15th. So 3 really good, really fascinating, and what will be well-attended and amazing fights coming up over the next 7 or 8 weeks.
Nice one, Gareth.
Keep you busy, Gareth. Thank you, mate.
Davis, very busy at the moment. Okay, final hour coming up, and a take is coming up to 9 o'clock on the Sports Breakfast on talkSPORT.
out a few big surprises. First up, from rainbow flicks to pancake flips. Ex-Chelsea and Southampton defender Ken Monku switched up his footballing career to buy a Dutch pancake house. He bought out the shop, which had been his favourite pancake spot as a child, and before long he was mixing the batter and getting behind the stove. Next, Everton legend Thomas Gravesen swapped out the high stakes of the Premier League for those of the poker room. He made over 150 appearances for the Toffees and won the Scottish Premier League with Celtic. Turned out the Danish international was pretty darn good at poker. He racked up a reported £100 million from his Las Vegas adventures. Remember former Chelsea goalkeeper Petr Cech? Turns out football nets weren't the only goals he was pretty handy in front of. After retirement, he became a goaltender in ice hockey. Same skills, very different surface. And he even won a Division 2 title with Guildford Phoenix. For ex-Liverpool centre-back Daniel Agger, it wasn't just fancy footwork that was in his blood. He was also pretty good with his hands. The Denmark international turned to tattoo artistry after he hung up his boots. He'd qualified as a skin artist while at Anfield, and he then became the co-owner of his own tattoo company as well. It's not all glamour for ex-pros, though. 1966 World Cup winner Ray Wilson set up a very different kind of business. He became an undertaker after he retired. Finally, not many people can say they've won both a World Cup and starred in an Oscar-winning film. In fact, there's only one person in the entire world who can say that. Frank Leboeuf, the former Chelsea defender, was part of the 1998 France squad who won the World Cup. He ended up marking Brazil's Ronaldo in the final and helped his side to a 3-0 win. But Leboeuf had already begun acting on the side while he was playing football, and his biggest role came some years after his retirement when he landed the part of a doctor in the Stephen Hawking biopic The Theory of Everything.
I embrace the career of acting, so I want to learn more. So seeing lots of movies is a part of my job.
To be honest, with all the dramatic diving in the game these days, there's probably tons of ex-pros who've got the acting skills to make it in Hollywood.
6 minutes after 9 o'clock, talkSPORT breakfast with me, Alan Brazil Gabby, and Arnold Clark. Get the UK's best used car deals guaranteed. Now, though, Chelsea were given a harsh welcome back to the Champions League last night by a familiar foe, going down 3-1 to Bayern Munich. Defeat for the Blues in the return to the competition. They've been out since way back in 22-23 season, and on Enzo Maresco's managerial debut in it. Gabby's already said last night proved they are not prepared to challenge the top sides in Europe. Do you agree, Chelsea fans? Give us a call, 03717 223344. Manager Maresca spoke after the game about the challenge of playing Champions League football.
To be honest, I think the players, they were already aware of this competition, how difficult it is. You cannot compete, you cannot commit a mistake in the way we have done. But it's a game that, I just said to the players, it's a game that I think we can learn a lot and build something special from this defeat.
The higher you go defensively, you come under scrutiny, Gab. The Chelsea fans will certainly have to tighten up in Europe against the big boys, won't they?
Yes, I just look at Chelsea, Al. I spoke about it earlier. I look at Van Dijk, I look at Konate, I look at Saliba, I look at Gabriel, I look at Van der Ven, I look at Romero. I don't really look at Manchester City centre-halves and see they've got enough in there to win the Premier League this season or Champions League. And the same with Chelsea. I look at what they've spent, Alan. They've spent, this squad of players, 220 million on defenders. Their best defender is a player that come through the academy, Levi Colwill, who was injured, had a couple of loan spells, and they miss him because they spent 35 million, Alan, on Badiashile, not worked out. Give him a 7-year deal. The Sassy, who's in the bomb squad with Raheem Sterling, they spent 40 million on. Give him a 6-year deal. Now they can't get rid of him. He's relaxing there. Fofana, they paid 70 million from Leicester, injury prone, and even when he's been fit, for me, he's not at the level of an elite centre half. So it's for me with Chelsea last night and most of this season, it's been Chalobah and it's been Tosin. And they are decent centre halves. They really are.
I've nothing against Chalobah, but I just they're not at the highest level. I think he's short.
This was a player that Maresca got rid of and let him go on loan to Crystal Palace, then called him back. I just think that if you want to go and win a Premier League title over 38 games, they're not going to be a centre half pairing that are going to win you a Premier League and Champions League, like it showed last night, and tougher games to come. I don't think that centre-half partnership is good enough.
Well, you mentioned some of the stronger partnerships. A bit of info on the defences of the Premier League.
Yeah.
Arsenal and Spurs have both only conceded 1 goal in 5, not including Tottenham's Super game against PSG, the Super Cup. For Arsenal, it was Szoboszlai's free kick, which was an absolute gem, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Newcastle have let in 3 in 4, City 4 in 4. Liverpool and Chelsea have shipped 6 in 5. Exactly. 03 717 22 33 44. Give us a call, Chelsea fans. Is your defence good enough considering the money you've spent? Are you still away off the top teams? Clive, the Chelsea fan, has called in. Let's say good morning on talkSPORT. Good morning, Clive.
Good morning, Clive.
Good morning, Alfie. Good morning, Gabby. Now, Gabby, if you watched that game last night, we was easy in that game. Couple of mistakes, yes, at the back, but that was just nerves, young players. If there was a home game, if it was a two-legged affair, I'd be confident we would turn them over.
I think first half, Chelsea...
Cole Palmer, the total star of the game.
I'm not too sure.
Well, you obviously never watched it then.
I did, mate, yeah. I watched it.
To everybody. Well, the balls he gave everybody, the goal he got was superb. He was only ruled out with a kneecap on the second goal.
Yeah, offside.
And who knows what would have happened then if we'd have got that goal with 8 minutes still to go, 2 minutes in the game, 5 minutes on the extra time. Yeah, it's easy to knock us. Yes, we are young. But I think when you watch us, we're an exciting team. It's good to see that we're playing exciting football.
Yeah, Clive, I don't think Gabby's saying you're not excited. He's just worried about the back against the real top-class opposition, mate.
Colwill is a big miss, I agree. And yes, we'll have to see if Fofana ever fulfills his potential. And we have spent a lot of money. But nobody's saying about on this transfer thing, we made money. We took in more than what we spent out. Everybody keeps saying about what we spent overall over the time. So it is turning round. And the 7-year thing, has anybody noticed that all the clubs now are trying to sign players for 7 years, 5 years, big contracts?
But when it doesn't work, you know what it is, mate? It's when it doesn't work out like it hasn't with the Sassy, then you've got a player who now probably had the options to leave, didn't want to, comfortable with maybe 4 or 5 years left on his deal. He will happily sit in that bomb squad and not move.
Yeah, but there's a lot of clubs left with that. But also, why that started was we did lose Rudiger and Christensen for nothing, didn't we?
No, I totally agree. Listen, I watched both games yesterday at the same time, and I thought Chelsea first half, at times, Reece James in the midfield, they were dominating the game, and then second half, I felt like Bayern Munich really turned it up, had more chances to score than Chelsea in that second half. But like Alan says, you're away from home against Bayern Munich, first game in the Champions League. you could get them back to the bridge and you'd probably turn them over. So I'm just talking about centre-half pairing. I don't think they're good enough to go all the way.
Well, we'll see, Clive. Clive Lewis.
You want to agree with me, Clive? Just say I agree with you, Gabby.
Clive, thank you for your call.
Clive.
Remember, the special one, Jose, will be bringing his new side, Benfica. Yep, Jose's in at Benfica to the bridge on the 30th September, live on talkSPORT 2, as he closes in and return to the Lisbon club. What sort of reception, Chelsea boys, will you give the special one?
Very
Surely a good one. He deserves it, doesn't he, at the bridge?
He's got some
and on
tough
that, the latest episode of the brand new talkSPORT Daily podcast is available now. And it's focused on why we're so obsessed with Josie and whether he should still be considered the special one. Tune in for the talkSPORT app or whatever you get your podcast from. Up next, can Newcastle United prove tonight against Barcelona is live on talkSPORT that they are good enough to challenge right at the very top and keep the star players going forward. We'll discuss that one after this.
I'm not one of the bottle. I think I'm a special one.
for Jake Whiteman yesterday, by the way.
Wow, seen that.
Our number one pulled a calf in the finals at the mile. I was watching it, the sound was down yesterday, and I thought, go on, my son, go on. And he got done right on the dip on the line for the goal.
It's got to be the closest to lose that.
Oh, he was gutted, absolutely gutted. And also for the Rangers
effort, though,
who pulled on muscle, and he kept going as well.
Still finished.
I thought, don't, you just make it worse.
But Al, imagine a footballer. They'd be lying on the floor with agony.
Oh, yeah.
Do you know what I mean? At least he finished it.
Yeah, but he's probably made it a lot worse.
Made it worse, yeah.
Sorry. Okay, now Ange Postecoglou, oh dear, after the defeat at Arsenal on Saturday, it got much worse last night in Wales, conceding 2 stoppage time goals and blew a 2-goal lead against the Swans, Swansea. Postecoglou spoke after the game last night with talkSPORT's Lawrence Moura and admitted his pure frustration.
Yeah, no, very disappointing. Great opportunity to progress to the next round of the Cup, and we should have really handled the game a lot better. We got ourselves into a great position and should have really killed them off, but we allowed them to get back in the game.
And you made 10 changes coming into it. Could you just talk us through your thoughts in that selection process?
Just, it was pretty evident tonight. Some of these guys need games. They were rusty and lacked match conditioning, so it's a great opportunity to do that. Within that context, I still felt we were more than good enough to win the game, and that's what it proved. But in the end, we let ourselves down.
And just finally for me, obviously Burnley, does that become even more important? How important is it for you to get that first win and get it quickly as well?
It's not important for me, it's important for the club. We've got to make sure on Saturday we're ready for it. It's another tough game, and perform at a level we know we can to win the game.
I think he's very comfortable within himself, Ange, nothing seems to faze him, even when things are going wrong. No, always win things second year. And he's right. People are kicking his door down and saying, I should be playing, you're not picking me. So he's given them a chance and they've let him down.
Yeah, and I think, like Max said earlier, when the players that done a great job 2-0 up and there's the substitutes that come on, I don't know if they weren't happy they weren't starting, but didn't do the instructions the manager wanted from them and let him down. But it's early on now. I'm not having anyone getting on Andy's back. I'm not having any banter about Ange. It happens sometimes late in games. Players switch off, and you can see 2 late goals in stoppage time. It won't be the first time or the last time it happens. Give him a break. He's still got to work out with so many players available that they have. Nottingham Forest, which is his best team. It's going to take him a few weeks.
It sure will, and there's some tricky games coming up for Forest as well. But look, he'll take it in his stride. There's no doubt about that. I'm looking at the weekend. Some cracking games at the weekend, isn't there? Where's Forest? Where are they?
Burnley away, is it?
Yeah, so a lot of people are saying it's a game we got to win, but Burnley are no pushovers.
No mugs at all.
They'll get behind the ball, they'll make it tough.
Exactly.
Right, anyway, he needs a bit of magic, Gab, and that's exactly what we're going to get right now. It's time for some magic with a little bit of beep, 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 beep.
Got an issue? Why can't you see? All you need is some help from me. Give my lamp a rub. 1, 2, 3. I'm the Gabby Genie.
Probably the worst segment in radio, but we'll do it. We'll get there. I know you don't like it, Gab, but I find it quite amusing.
I bet you do.
Right, Genie Gab, I've waited all week for this one. Let me have my first rub. Here we go.
Sake.
That's pathetic, isn't it? It's the oil on the scarecrow and the Wizard of Oz.
And Arsenal are surely going to get their Champions League campaign started with a win.
So, Mikel Arteta has come to you, Genie Gab, and he's asked you to grant him the wish of finally winning his second trophy as Arsenal boss this season. Are you going to grant him that wish?
He's already won 2 trophies, Community Shield and the FA Cup.
Yeah, Community Shield don't count.
Oh, you can't say that. Listen, Arsenal, Alan, no excuses now. Last season, there was injuries. Saka got injured or Saliba got injured, whoever it was. Now, look at Madueke, what he's doing while Saka's out. Odegaard's out. No one's calling about Odegaard's going to be missing. Saliba's out. No problem. You're ready for Champions League game. We're going to give you extra time to recover. You can sit on the bench because we've got Mosquera, who's our third choice centre-half. Very good defender. You've got everything you want now. The Arsenal board can't give you any more. They give you Madueke. They give you Zubamendi. They went and got you Eze late in the window. Come on. It's time to get a trophy. And we're not talking about an FA Cup or a Carabao Cup. That should be your standard you're looking at getting. You need to go. What are you shaking like a dog?
Some freezing in here.
Well, it's aircon, mate.
It's not aircon.
It keeps you awake.
It's like Reykjavik.
But Arsenal needs to go win the Champions League or a Premier League. Simple as that. I don't want to hear about Liverpool. They spent 400 million. Liverpool didn't spend last summer. No excuses. No injury excuses. No other teams have spent more than us. No. Go and win a trophy, Mikel Arteta.
Right, Aladdin, let me have my second rub of your magic lamp.
I did.
Jadon Sancho, in what might be his last act in blue, scores the goal that seals it for Chelsea.
So Sancho's come to you, Jeannie Gab, and asked you to grant him the wish of signing for Villa on a permanent basis at the end of the season. Are you going to grant him that wish, are you?
Jadon, listen, you done very well against Brentford in the Cup, even though we got knocked out on penalties. But let's have a sit down. Negotiation time. Listen, if you get the goals and assists and you put in the performances, we can look at a permanent deal. But that permanent deal might be a third, if you're lucky, of the wage you're earning at the moment. Because Aston Villa's wage bill is too high. They're going to sort that out, start giving contracts of less money. And that's the reason, by the way, switching it, why Donnarumma didn't sign for PSG again, because he wanted real big money. And PSG don't pay that anymore. So, Sancho, yes, if you put in the performances and you accept, you're going to earn a lot less money.
Right, okay. My pad's gone.
What do you mean?
Well, so we're talking about Ange Postecoglou now.
What did you used to do before iPads? Before iPads, you just...
I'll just make things up. I can't... Right, one more, Rob. Here we go.
We don't have to sell this summer. It's all paper nonsense. You haven't got a clue. You haven't got a clue. We haven't got to sell this summer. And talkSPORT has been spouting that nonsense for months.
Why, aye, man. Bruno has come to you, Jeannie.
Hello, Bruno. Hello.
And asked you to grant him the wish of Newcastle no longer selling the best players in the summer. What do you reckon? Are you going to grant him that wish? Can Newcastle say no more, no exodus?
I can't do that, Bruno. Have a sit down, mate. Yep, okay. I can't do that. I really can't, because with the stupid rules that the Premier League have, clubs like Aston Villa, Newcastle, these clubs that want to break into the top four season after season will always have to sell players. Aston Villa sold you Jacob Ramsey. You had to sell Isak. Don't be surprised, Bruno, if yourself might have to be sold one day to raise money to comply with PSR rules.
How do you rate Bruno? Do you think he's top class?
I do think he's top class. Very, very good player, and deserves to be playing Champions League football. He could be one of the players that stands out tonight in that game against Barcelona.
There you go, Bruno. Right, coming up, we turn our attentions to Manchester City. A huge win at the weekend, but will Pep struggle against Conte's Napoli tonight? And it's live on talkSPORT 2.
cricket balls are red, baseballs are white, American footballs are brown, and tennis balls are yellow. We don't even think about it really, but the story behind the tennis ball is actually quite interesting and even involves Sir David Attenborough. I know, here's the tale. Tennis has its roots in 12th century France when people used to make balls from all sorts. Cork, wool, chalk, animal fur and even human hair. Uniformity was found centuries later when people started making balls out of something called vulcanized rubber, invented in the US. But the balls kept on breaking, so a British lawyer, who also loved tennis, suggested they put a flannel covering on the outside, and thus the tennis ball as we know it was born. One problem, it was either white or black. And when the controller of BBC Two, Sir David Attenborough, decided Wimbledon would be shown in colour on the BBC in 1967, no one could actually see the balls on telly. So the International Tennis Federation went away and created a new colour called Optic Yellow, which would show up without the need for a 4K LED display. Not that anyone had that in the 1960s, of course. Since then, all tennis balls have been covered in that material and have their trademark colour for that exact reason. Amateur tennis players and dogs worldwide are forever grateful. You could say the ITF aced it.
What's going on? I thought I was hearing things.
What is this?
What's going on?
This has got to be one of yours.
No, one of yours. This is you all over. What's it? Bacon?
Oh, God knows.
Talking about bacon, it's yours.
talkSPORT breakfast. Me, Brazil, Gabby going to Leeds tomorrow. Agbonlahor. This, of course, as if we know it. DJ Sizzy. Is it Sizzy or Sizzle? What's his name? Sizzle. DJ Sizzle. With bacon. But why are we playing it? I've no idea.
No, I don't know.
Well, in the Sun this morning, we spotted the headline, Winning Streaky. Sizzling bacon is the UK's top morning smell. More than 1 in 4 Brits put it ahead of other favourites like coffee and fresh linen. Gabby,
no,
what would yours be?
I'm a vegetarian, mate.
You're not a vegetarian.
I'm a vegetarian, mate.
You're a liar.
I'm a practicing vegetarian.
You're not. You're a liar.
Do you like the smell of bacon in the morning?
Yeah.
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 I don't, mate.
I love Spanish bacon, by the way. Beautiful when you go abroad and
It's not pork, is it? Is it
yeah,
turkey bacon or is
no? But it's
America is
crispy.
America's not pork bacon.
American breakfasts are too big. Jeez, they're too big.
I remember going to Miami and the breakfast style. You ask for an omelette, they bring you with fries, and you're like, "Didn't ask for fries, mate."
Let's have a listen to Super Ali and McCoist, who shared his favourite smell. This is way back in April.
Do you know what I love a smell of? Right, and I'll bet you this wins it with every day. Toast. I mean, who in their right mind doesn't love the smell of toast?
Yeah, toast is toast, but there's got to be better than that.
There will be.
What's up with you?
But the smell of toast with melted butter over it.
I like a real fire.
Oh, so do I.
In the winter, you walk in with seasoned wood.
Oh, mate.
This time of year now, the
wood,
the real fires are coming out. And they down the gun. They've got the big basket of firewood. Beautiful.
We'll have to have a debrief.
Beautiful, Gab. Beautiful. Right, let's look ahead. Ahead to the Champions League with TNT Sports. Manchester City, here we go. They get their European campaign off tonight. Live on talkSPORT 2, and a certain Kevin De Bruyne, yep, he's back in town.
Breakfast football preview on talkSPORT with TNT Sports. Get the UEFA Champions League, Emirates FA Cup and Adobe Women's FA Cup all in one place. TNT Sports, not normal. Subscription required, 18 plus, terms and conditions apply.
A man that has been in the team that have won the Champions League, a man that has won 6 Premier Leagues.
His incredible talent, vision, pass, assist, goals in the final third is unique.
Goes past his man, pulls it back to De Bruyne!
Kevin De Bruyne is to leave Manchester City at the end of this season.
It's going to be a big loss because he's been a fixture for 10 years.
Manchester City will be in the Champions League next season.
Breaking news last 5 minutes, Kevin De Bruyne has joined Napoli.
Napoli are signing one of the best players the Premier League has witnessed in the last 7 or 8 seasons. One of the best players in the world.
Man City. Here we go. Napoli at home.
It's nice to bring him back, and we have a great welcome to them because they deserve it.
We had a season, an off season, but I think we've got as good a chance as anyone to win the Champions League.
City are going to have a big task against this Napoli midfield.
Just focusing tomorrow, the game we have to play, start well this competition.
Yeah, I hope he gets a great reception. I'm sure he will. That's right. 6 Premier League titles, 6. 2 FA Cups, 5 League Cups, a Champions League trophy. De Bruyne enjoyed a stellar career with City, but he's back in Manchester tonight for the Italian champions Napoli. City the nightmare Champions League campaign last season, knocked out by Madrid, losing 5 of the final 7 games. The same number of defeats they suffered in the previous 61 games in the competition. For that reason, manager Pep Guardiola does not think City can be considered a favourite to win the Champions League this year.
Apparently we are not. And just enjoy the moment, the journey. We are happy to be here. In the past we have been and just won one, so that is a lot for difficulty, and is just focusing tomorrow, the game we have to play, start well this competition. Like apparently they have more games than the previous seasons, but when you start with a bad result, always is more difficult. And last season we draw first game against Inter. Hopefully this season we can do a better result.
Pep Guardiola. Let's get a little bit more on City and the chance of going all the way this year. Can they? Former City midfielder, manager, of course, player manager Peter Reid joins us now. Reedy, a very good morning, Pete.
Good morning, Peter.
All right, chaps.
A cracking few games coming up tonight and over the weekend, mate. Let's start with City Napoli. De Bruyne back. Let's hope he gets a great reception. What a great player he's been.
One of the Premier League greats, outstanding passer of the ball.
We're trying to get Pete back. We just lost the line there. We're talking about great passer, not just a passer of the ball. He didn't complicate things, De Bruyne, did he? He'd give it simple. If a long ball was on for Haaland, he'd play it or play one, spray one wide. But also a goal scorer as well. He struck a great ball.
Everything in his prime. Box to box, quick, could get past the player as well, drive with the ball. That started to tail off a bit last season. That's why maybe he's moved on, but one of the Premier League greats for me in centre midfield.
Well, we'll come back to De Bruyne with Pete when we get him back. Let's get a little bit more on City and the chance they have gone all the way. Can they go all the way, Gab, or is it defensively? At the start of the season, it was those cross balls in the box again were worrying me.
I just look at them defensively. I mean, Stones, when he's fit, very good defender. But Manchester City was successful, Alan, because they had Kyle Walker, who so many times will sometimes come over and cover the centre halves as well with his speed and pace. They haven't got that now. They've got Nunez at right back and sometimes Rico Lewis or Kushinov. Gvardio's been playing there as well. But I just think defensively, that will let Manchester City down as well, like Chelsea.
Well, you got to have pace at the back, haven't you? At the highest level, it's a must. Delighted we got Peter Reid back. Reedy, we're just talking about De Bruyne, great pass to the ball. We used to do it so simple, always available to take and give. But if a killer pass was on, he'd play it.
Yeah, the top drawer, one of the best. Used to love watching, and in fact, I was supposed to go to the game tonight, but I can't make it. But City are in a bit of transition, would you call it, at the moment?
Yeah.
Because I think they are vulnerable at the back, and Rodri got injured. He's back in. He's a pivotal one in front of the back four, really. But I still think they look like conceding to me. But when I heard Pep before, Pep will be desperate to win this, and I think as a coach, he's just taking the pressure off the players with his comments about them not being favourites or not going to win it. But I think they'll be up there with the best of them.
Yeah, Pete, with Napoli, what a story it is. Billy Gilmore going out there, but McTominay, unbelievable how well I shouldn't say unbelievable, but marvellous what he's done over there. Brilliant.
Well, no credit to him. I always thought he had something at Manchester United. He was one of them players that always kept going. You know what I mean? And we all know it's Manchester United's a massive club, and the spotlight's on you. But say adieu to the lad. He's gone over to Italy, and as we all know, Napoli, what a place that is to play your football. I mean, I last time I went there, I still get haunted with pictures of Diego Maradona all over the place. So that's how massive it is. But McTominay's done brilliant. And some of the games I've seen him in, he looks as though he's matured greatly as a player as well.
What about Peter Haaland? So, he's got 49 goals in 48 Champions League games, and he could break the record tonight to get 50 goals in the Champions League in fewer games than Ruud van Nistelrooy, who done it in 62 games. An outstanding striker, and he started the season off electric.
Unbelievable. I mean, his goal record is incredible. Now, I'm going to contradict myself here a little bit, and I know it sounds ridiculous, but I sometimes think he could get the ball a bit forward a bit earlier for him. You know what I mean? I know, listen, Pep is a great possession, but sometimes I see him on shoulders. I'm thinking, when I'm at the game and you see the bigger picture, go and knock at him behind. Knock at him behind. Get across him for him. But here's the contradiction. His goal record's ridiculous. That's the only way you could. Sublime. He is brilliant. Am I greedy and think he can get more? Yeah. But it sounds ridiculous that when Gabby, you just give me the figures there about it, and his figures to getting Premier League goals. I mean, I sound like an idiot when I say it, but you can understand where I'm coming from, can't you?
Definitely.
Pete, delighted for Moisey. Good start. Jack's come in and joined his football again. Grealish, which is great to see. It's always tough at Liverpool, but they're giving goals away. They're scoring late on. How do you see this one at Anfield, Pete?
Well, listen, last century when me and you played, it was always difficult going to Anfield. It was always. So it's going to be tough. I mean, I watched it last night. You keep on going. Can you get at them? Yes. But, I think Slot's done brilliant in the transfer market as well when you see the quality of players he brought in. But there's an optimism around Everton Football Club at the moment, and this is going to be a test of the optimism and confidence. But Moisey knows what it's about. It's going to be hard, but, I go in there, I'm thinking about it, and, it's going to be tough. But the way we're playing, the atmosphere about the club, I think it'll be a close game.
Pete, how did you feel, Pete? Because Goodison, I love Goodison.
Yeah.
It was just magical, the noise, especially, I remember winning up there in the league and then going in the cup, and he knocked us out the cup. That was with Ipswich, and the noise was phenomenal. And I mean, they're right on top of you, but I always found them a very, very fair crowd, the Evertonians. And then you moved to a new stadium. It looks magnificent, Pete. So did you have mixed reaction till you got there? And, the atmosphere of the new stadium looks just marvellous.
Yeah, well, I was at Sunderland when we left Roker, which was another one iconic ground. The Grand Old Lady Goodison Park, I never thought of that. But honest to God, if you and Gabby get a chance to go to this new stadium, Hill Dickinson Stadium, and watch a game, it's unbelievable. I've been to the 2 league games there. Honest, it is fantastic, and to play there must be, it's a dream. It has enhanced the football club, and that's very difficult to say. And people are enjoying it, and I think David Moyes and the players are enjoying it as well.
Yep,
100%. Do you know what, Peter? I've got you mentioned Sunderland there. I was there for the Ajax game in the new stadium, but also I remember feeling desperate for you, that playoff, Charlton against Sunderland at Wembley. What a game of football that was.
Well, we had a couple of drinks after games when you're doing the co-commentary, and it was great. But I still haven't recovered from that one.
Well, you wanted to volley your goalkeeper, didn't you?
No, I'm not that type of guy. You know that.
You did. Trust me, you did. I've got a good memory.
Hey, listen, I went to see Alan Brazil and we're having a glass. We reminisce about that. But that's one of the iconic games. And to be fair to the players in the football club, it bounced back. But I still wake up in a cold sweat thinking about that game.
Oh, really great to talk. Listen,
thank you, Peter.
Catch up soon, lad.
Absolutely. Enjoy the Napoli game and, of course, the Merseyside derby. Brilliant. What a game that was. Mendonca hat-trick as well. Dear, oh dear.
He's right, though. I do want to go to the new stadium.
Oh, yeah. It looks brilliant.
The first game...
Have you been to Tottenham yet?
No. But the first game, when the anthem comes on, when the players are coming out,
you
could tell, the adrenaline coming out the fans in the stadium.
Don't forget, the Merseyside derby is live on talkSPORT this Saturday lunchtime. If you want even more... from Mr. McCoy, who's interviewing Arnie Slot this morning. Stream over 185 UEFA Champions League matches live with TNT Sports on Discovery, or watch TNT Sports channel on EE, Sky and Virgin Media. It's great that Ali's on our show with the interview. Yeah, not. Coming up, so Gabby's going to Leeds. How will it be received? We'll find out next. The callers are flooding in. 03717 223344. People want to give them a nice warm welcome to Gab.
Breakfast football preview on talkSPORT with TNT Sports. Get the UEFA Champions League, Emirates FA Cup and Adobe Women's FA Cup all in one place. TNT Sports, not normal. Subscription required. 18 plus. Terms and conditions apply.
9:52, talkSPORT Breakfast with me, Brazil. Gabby Agbonlahor and Arnold Clark get £750 off any used electric car or a home charger.
Yes.
This is your final chance to enter our biggest competition yet. 2 winners will score. It's a great competition this
Yeah, great prize.
2 winners will score Oasis tickets for the September 27th show, and 1 will win 25 grand in cash. That'll go towards a nice electric car.
Yes,
Gav.
perfect.
Yeah, £25,000 and tickets to see Oasis. You've only got until 9 a.m. tomorrow to enter. Here's how you do it.
18 plus, UK excluding Northern Ireland. For a chance to win, text the word Oasis to 83338 and you're in the draw. Text costs £2 plus 1 standard network rate message. You must have the bill payer's permission. Or you can enter for free by calling 0330 880 3338. All entries must be received by the 19th of September at 9 a.m. This is a talkSPORT limited promotion run on talkSPORT, Talk and Virgin Radio UK stations. Full terms and conditions at talksport.com.
Fantastic prize. Have a go at that. So 9 a.m. tomorrow to enter. What are you doing, Gab? It's time now for this. What? Get singing, Gab. Come on, join in. Here we go. It's for you, Nige. Leeds. Da, 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 da.
Leeds. No problem with Leeds, mate. Great club. Together.
Now, so why are you going? Tell the nation.
What are you talking about?
You're doing a bit of charity or something.
I'm
You're
not
doing
going to
something.
Leeds. I'm winding you up.
You
I'm
are.
not. I made
All
it
right,
up.
don't tell us then. You know, don't be embarrassed about it. You're doing something good. Right, things you never expect to see. Super Ali turning down a pound note. Oh, that's a bit harsh. Dan and Ben beating Simon Jordan at paddle tennis, and Gabby visiting the beautiful West Yorkshire city of Leeds. So the big question on everyone's lips, will Gabby be taking a swim in the Leeds and Liverpool Canal? Will he treat himself to a wet shave in the famous arcade? And most importantly, will he be visiting the Marcelo Bielsa statue? I didn't realise they had a statue for him. Pleased to say we're now joined on the line by a regular caller and a massive Leeds United fan. Dan, welcome, Dan. Morning.
Good morning, Daniel.
Well, Dan's given up on you as well. Oh, he's here. Dan. Hi, Dan. I tell you what,
I won't have no signal in Leeds, will I, if I do go?
You could take a telephone mast up there, couldn't you, with you?
I'll use the phone box, Al.
Oh, Dan, your golden moment, Dan, to tell us about how great Leeds is. By the way, Leeds they're putting up a fight, aren't they? They go to Wolves. Is this a 6-pointer, Wolves against Leeds, Gab, at the weekend?
It's a very big game, and Wolves at home, Al, 0 points. It's a game that if you're Leeds,
well, you need to
put the pressure on.
But Wolves need to win.
Wolves need to win.
Points no good.
Wolves need to win. It's a must-win game. But if you're Leeds, you'll say to yourself, the pressure's not on us. We've got 4 points from 4 games. There's 4 teams below us with less points. And Wolves will be expected to win this. They've made some decent signings, Wolves, that the players need to start performing. But it's got a 0-0 all over it, Al.
Give us a quick prediction. Just a win. Who wins? Not draw.
I think a draw, mate. I think a 0-0 draw.
A 0-0 draw, right, Wolves. What about Liverpool-Everton?
I think 2-0 win for Liverpool.
Brighton-Tottenham. That's a tricky one, this. Spurs, you never know.
The way Spurs played against
City.
No, against City, very
and
good.
West Ham.
Against Bournemouth, very poor.
Yeah.
I'm going to go for a 2-2 draw.
Fulham-Brentford, London derby.
Fulham to win 2-1.
I go a draw there. Bournemouth-Newcastle.
Oh, 2-2 draw.
Burnley-Forest. Ange.
Forest to win 2-1.
Wow. West Ham-Palace, another London derby.
I think Crystal Palace beat them. Crystal Palace, it'll suit them counter-attacking football.
United against Chelsea.
Draw, 1-1.
Sunderland-Villa.
Aston Villa, 4-0 win.
Oh, come on, Gab. You're so predictable.
What?
You're not going to beat Sunderland.
These are my predictions, mate.
No. Come on, take it seriously.
1-1 draw.
1-1 draw. And finally, Arsenal against City.
I think Arsenal beat them 2-0.
Do you really?
Yeah, City's poor defence for me. Arsenal, I have a better squad.
Big game, I think, for City.
And Gabriel and Saliba do very well against Haaland.
Yeah.
They like the physical matchup and they're quicker than him.
Yeah, but Haaland's back.
I know, but when he's playing against Van Dijk, Canate, Saliba, and Gabriel, it's a different game.
Some
for
cracking games. Good luck tonight as well. I'll see you tomorrow morning from 6.
Yes.
Gab's on his way up to Yorkshire, and we're Rain Party Parlour tomorrow from 6 o'clock. Don't miss it, and don't go away. Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Oh, yeah.